Well, thump my bungus and spread my thick ass. This Tuesday, we're expecting high winds and heavy flooding. And if y'all think I ain't gonna head down to Pleasant Mart to get sucked sideways, then y'all got me f***ed up.
My name is Jeff.
Welcome in, folks, to a Tuesday night here on WCBS, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and we're going to be celebrating tonight in a very special way. Let's get ourselves a little bigger here on screen, shall we? There we go. There we go. So, folks, it's time for some excitement. There's some background music, too. I didn't have our...
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's the WCBS intro. It usually gets the energy high, gets the crowd excited. I know I'm excited. And if I get any more excited, I'm going to need, I don't know, what is that, Thorazine they give Michael Myers? So,
oh, is that what it is?
That's one
is
method of treatment.
Yeah. Well, folks, we are here. We are at the moment I've been waiting for what feels like many years. Stealing Solo 2 is finally here. Now, tonight is not going to just be only Stealing Solo and nothing else. It's just an opener. This is the launch party. Now, folks, we're going to give you all the information in just a minute. It's gone live. We're already selling out of the deluxe editions, so you might want to get there before they go because they're going quickly, which is a good feeling to have and a good problem to have. But tonight, folks, we're going to talk to you about a couple of lists. We have some fun. We have a couple of games here. And, of course, we have the People's Comic. The comic that, folks, if you're like me, you were disappointed with Disney Star Wars. That's no surprise. I've been talking about it for years. But instead of just only making YouTube videos, I decided to go out and really not go that far because I made it at home. But I went out and I made this book, Stealing Solo, Captain's Parody. And tonight we're going to talk to you about the sequel, The Farce Awakens, which is bigger, badder, and bolder in every single way. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's give a quick shout out to all of our wonderful people who are here. Some names that haven't been here in a minute, shout out to you. Names that are here every week, shout out to you. Lord of Opossums, thank you very much for just backing the $250 option. I got to check in with that, folks, because that is a box. There is a physical box. When we're on air for a few minutes, I'll step away and get it.
Show the box. Show the box.
I will show my box on the internet in just a minute, man. But
whoa. Hey.
I don't have one of those. This isn't that type of stream. But our friend Machine Gun Devil Dog says, let's the party begin. Well, let's let the party begin with our friend Shrebbles Await, who brings us the word of the... Well, hold on. Our friend Sejorjan was first. Sorry, folks. Today's StreamYard's stream was a little off-kilter in terms of being live, not being live. But our friend Sejorjan, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. He says, Online Scuttlebutt says that Amazon is having trouble making a new 007 film because of how the last film ended. They really thought they would replace Bond with a black lesbian, so they killed him off. Now... So, Georgian, I have heard what you're talking about. It was in regards to, I think his name's Anthony Horowitz, the guy who wrote the last 3 James Bond novels, like Trigger Mortis. He writes in the style of Ian Fleming. Long story short, that quote was attributed to him. But that being said, I really don't... Okay, personally, let's just say Jeff was given the keys to the kingdom, and they said, Jeff, you're going to make the new James Bond movie. What are you doing? Oh, we're just going to reboot it, essentially, a new story. Because James Bond... The first 5 guys are all one man, but Daniel Craig's Bond is a different universe, character, whatever you want to call it, but it's not a code name. And so his James Bond is dead. What I would do personally
He's
is I would
very
just go
dead.
back to the
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen a clip of the end of the movie, and I'm like, oh, he definitely dead.
He blows up. But it's Daniel Craig James Bond, so I'm okay with that. I'm not too upset that he's not going to return. But, so Georgian... If James Bond was so valuable to all these people, they wouldn't have played the political rhetoric game of 2020 through 2025, and they wouldn't have worried about appeasing the social media crowd. They would have said, what does James Bond how does James Bond resonate best with the fans? And they would have pushed into that. Every time you get one of these stupid social media journalists who think they're going to come out here and hit you with a hard-hitting question about, well, how does James Bond tackle feminism? Look, they've been asking those questions since the 1960s. And since the 60s, Bond has remained Bond. Nowadays, they got to kill him off because those crazy people always want to have something to say. What do you guys think of this?
I mean, you know me. I enjoy the Bond movies that I've watched, sans Quantum of Solace, and I did fall asleep the first time I watched Skyfall. It was Skyfall, right? That was the third one for the Craig films. But like, I like all of the Pierce Brosnan ones that I watched growing up as a kid, even though it was the last one that was kind of dumb.
Die Another Day.
Yeah. But I mean, Pierce Brosnan, like, he's got like the Bond look, right? Like, when I think of Bond, I do think Pierce Brosnan. Even though Sean Connery is probably the most iconic one visually, I immediately think Pierce Brosnan. But yeah, the whole let's degrade the character. I mean, this isn't anything new, right? Like, we're all Star Wars fans here. We're all Marvel and DC fans. We've been dealing with this kind of nonsense for a hot minute. So the fact that they tried taking a character like Bond, which all of the things that they kind of cried about on social media and in Reddit and said they had a problem with were like all the things that kind of made Bond. So it's like, well, I guess this IP just kind of isn't for you, so maybe fluff off and find a different one.
That's how I felt for years. It's just not that I want, like, I do want everybody to enjoy James Bond, but enjoy James Bond, you know? Don't try to. It's like if I said, "Oh, I love Star Trek. If only it took place in Maine instead of outer space, would it be my favorite show?" So you get a whole season of Star Trek in Maine. That'd be boring as hell. Does anybody really want that? No. Because I don't sound informed. But, Script, you're a writer. Any comments on this predicament that Amazon MGM finds themselves in?
They find themselves in a predicament because they purchased an IP that has nearly a 60-year legacy to it. Actually, yeah, it does have over a 60-year legacy to it. But an aspect of what makes James Bond work is how it sinks in with certain geopolitics today, and what James Bond's function as an MI6 agent, as a 00, doesn't have any gravitas today. We don't have the same types of antagonists that the novels depicted, that the movies depicted today, that general people recognize. I mean, that was the biggest struggle for the 90s with the Pierce Brosnan era, is that it was post-Cold War. So you have independent agents that are not working for Smersh or Spectre or what have you, doing their own thing. And that goes only so far, to the point where it feels a lot more repetitive than it feels fresh and inventive, or it feels like it's on a bigger scale. And the stuff with the Daniel Craig era was, origin to his end, but no actual missions in between. And I think the reason we never got a Daniel Craig Bond film that was strictly about the mission is because maybe there's a disconnect between the creative forces that are tasked to be with Bond versus what Bond actually is, and how do you reconcile that in current world times? I mean, you could make it a period piece, but we already have great period piece Bond films. Why would we want to follow that up with any more? Amazon MGM have no clue what they have and what they can do with it, because in this case here, James Bond is so much a product of the Cold War that taking him out of that has its limitations. And I think we got that with the Brosnan era. I don't think we can go any further than that for now. Again, there's always an idea that I haven't thought of that might actually make it work, but for now, it's like it's hard to envision. And so what is MGM to do? Are they going to remake the novels again? In which case, now you're competing with the very franchise that has already proven its mettle with the film series. So now it's always going to be a reference to that. If you try to write some new ones, Amazon is such a mess right now on their film side of things that they don't know what the left hand and the right hand are doing when it comes to the projects and properties. They're at a loss. Like, how do you get the right guiding hand to work on a Bond thing? Like, if you were to come to my office and say, "Hey, script doctor, pitch us a Bond thing," the only thing I could do right now is basically, and it would be considered a little bit of a copy of the most recent Mission Impossible, was like Bond versus an AI, or basically a super genius who's trying to use an AI to take over the world. That's it. And there's only so much you can really do there, where because it's either going to Silicon Valley or some sort of private estate somewhere. It doesn't have a whole lot of means of globetrotting because AI is everywhere. The internet is everywhere. So you just need to go to a proper junction point in there. And it might end up being a story that has more to do with Q and his branch because it's so tech dependent that, Bond would be nothing more than maybe a bodyguard of sorts. And while that could be some fun, especially if you make, say, one of the members of the Q branch a sexy woman that Bond has to protect, who's the only one that can stop this AI thing, that only goes so far because we've all seen, Christmas played by Denise Richards as a nuclear physicist, and it doesn't always land. So to sort of put a wrap on this long-winded rant of mine, MGM and Amazon, in their greed for possessing IPs, got swindled with an IP that really doesn't have much sustainability in the modern world.
Well said. I think Bond should just go away. I would be very happy if James Bond got the Back to the Future treatment where it's every couple years a new box set, merchandise, and we call it a day. We don't sit and try to analyze a film from 63 years ago. It's sexist. It's 63 years ago. Let's just get with the times.
And the best part about it is that it's sexist. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, the thing about Bond's, like, he's a ladies' man, right?
But on top of that, it was the most authentic of women's lib ever because all the women were happy to be sexy. They also use their wiles to seduce Bond for their own games. In addition
that
to
too, yeah, they pulled it over on him a number of times.
Yeah.
Some of the best parts of those movies is when it's just a bunch of people using each other. I think the last point I'll make is we have this weird obsession with morality in our heroic characters. Just because the hero of the story is the hero of the story doesn't mean they have to be, quote unquote, morally sound. Han Solo is not that morally sound in the first Star Wars movie. Then you change him and you get McClunky. So now, our friend Sejorjan, this is a great one, and I've thought of this many times in my head. Inspector Zenigata and Inspector Gadget versus Lupin III and his gang. Go. Easy. At the end of the day, what's going to happen is Lupin and the gang are going to get away with the gem, the jewel, whatever the MacGuffin or the object of the heist would be. Because the whole show would be Gadget and Zenigata tripping over each other, trying to get through to whatever, and then Penny and Brain would realize that, oh, Lupin isn't that bad and whatever. And, it would just go, that would be the story. Everybody would kind of come out looking good, smelling like roses. But Lupin III and this gang would get away. And Gadget would think he accomplished his mission, and Zenigata wouldn't care. He'd still be after Lupin III. Folks, if Stealing Solo 2 makes $14 million, I'll just fund my own Lupin III Inspector Gadget comic book. I don't care what the lawyers say. We'll make it happen. Dude, but I do have Lupin III versus Golgo 13 I came up with years ago, so who knows? Maybe I'll put it on an artistic Patreon. I have to draw the thing first, but I'll put some of it on Patreon in the future. Now, our friend Lord of Opossums is feeling super generous tonight. He's gifted not 10, not 20, but 25 memberships to World Class Bullshitters.
Wow.
Lord of Opossums, thank you very much. Also, thank you for backing at the $250 option for Stealing Solo 2.
This is the way.
Really good to say it. It is the way. And I'd like to thank everybody for finding your way over to the book. Let me actually share this official so we can actually talk about this. I can get the link up. And we are live right now
in the chat
over on Twitter. Yay, Twitter. Oh, where's the link? I love it. I'm so prepared for my own show, right? Anyway, wow. We're already a third of the way through our goal. Holy crap, that was quick.
Let's do it.
That's awesome.
The thing's been live for like not even 21 full minutes, and we're already over $1,000. So thank you. Let us share the screen right here because I want to tell everybody this isn't just about the book. We have all kinds of cool stuff for this campaign. So as you can see here, it's a 29-day campaign, so 30 days. This will close out on a Thursday, December 11th, at the beginning of the WCBS show. So we have it timed out to where we're going to be able to do all of this wonderful stuff throughout the coming month. I've already booked appearances for the side scrollers. I've already talked to Echo Base, Rage and Rhino. I already talked to my boys at the 3POA show. We're going to be doing something cool there. But this is just the start of Stealing Solo, and we're already on our way. So let's start sharing a little more about this book with a trailer. Now, folks, get your headphones ready. This is not super loud, but the music is pretty powerful. So hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll be right back after this trailer. All right, so this is approved by no one. This is a parody comic. But that was just the first trailer. I wanted to give you guys a look at the book itself. Now let's talk about some of the extras that you can get. That's cool. We're already 34% of our way through there. Cool. It's just been a few minutes. Anyway, this is Stealing Solo, The Power of the Farce. This is the official title of the book. It's technically Stealing Solo 2, but I wanted to do the Star Wars naming. You know, there's the Phantom Menace and all that stuff. So we wanted to put a subtitle in here without putting Chapter 2. That'd be too many words. So anyway, in Stealing Solo, a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnapped Harrison Ford in a spectacularly misguided attempt to save their beloved saga. It went poorly. But every galaxy-shaking disaster creates an equal and opposite catastrophe. Here we have Stealing Solo 2, The Power of the Farce. It erupts from the ashes of fandom and failure, as Mark Hamill, jealous and wounded that he's still saltier than Crate about The Last Jedi, has decided it's his turn to correct the timeline. And how does he do it? By kidnapping the original kidnappers and forcing them to remake his controversial Star Wars movie in an unhinged quest to reclaim his dignity. Because if Harrison Ford gets a remake, then by Jedi logic, he deserves one too. So, we have two covers. I didn't want to do a million different covers to bombard you guys. We have two covers. We have the A and the B cover. The A cover is this image you've been seeing right up here, this thing. Now, this book is a wraparound cover. So when you're going to get this specific book, the left side of the page is the back, and the right side of the page is the front. And it has text, and it's a little different on the actual book. But that's going to be a wraparound cover. Now, of course, my books are all glossy, full color, blah, blah, blah. There's only one page difference in story between Stealing Solo 1 and Stealing Solo 2. So you're getting a lot of quality. You're getting a lot of meat on the bone. And I also wanted to do a parody cover of my own cover with the original Stealing Solo. So you got this one, and it has all the bells and whistles of the other one, because it's an homage to the old Star Wars covers. But as you can see, we have some of the art, some of the flashbacks of Mark Hamill's kidnapping. There might be a lightsaber duel. But here's your options. You can get cover A. You can get cover B. You can get the shirt, poster, book combo. You can get that for both covers. We also have I'm offering this. I've never done this before, but I wanted to try it out because I really like how this cover looked. I have a 24 by 36 poster. Now that is going to be the size that you see in like Hobby Lobby or the movie posters you guys might buy. It's a very standard poster size, but I wanted to try this out to see if there's a demand for it, so you guys can get that as an option.
And that's of the wraparound cover, right, basically?
Yeah, that'll be the wraparound cover. It'll be the full size.
Yeah.
It'll be huge.
Cool.
It'll be 24 by 36 of that image. But I work with a guy who has done color work for Marvel, and he's colored Wokebusters and other projects in the past. So I teamed up with him for that poster because I thought it was a cool looking design.
I dig it.
Thank you. Then we got the collector's bundle. You get all the shirts, all the posters, and both books. We also have the deluxe one, which includes Stealing Solo, the original, and then both versions of the new book and shirts and posters for all of those. Then we have the Stealing Solo box, which you guys are buying up. There's only, 30% of them are gone already. But the reason this one is so rare and exclusive is you get this box right here. Let me see how I'm looking on camera.
Show the box. Show the box.
I'm showing the box. Here it is. This is the actual box. Stealing Solo, the box. And it's a hefty box. Like, it's not a tiny little box. It's going to hold your shirts and stuff. What I keep in my Stealing Solo box is some remnants of the past. We got some old posters, Stealing Solo 1 Phantom Menace Edition, all kinds of fun stuff in here. So that's how big the box is, and you get all kinds of stuff. But one of the selling points of that specific box, and let me get myself out of there we go, is that version comes with the sketch cover variant, the version that only a couple exist of as well. So basically, you're getting the super rarest of rare. You'll get all the books, all that stuff, and the sketch cover variant, and a box, and all sorts of all those wonderful perks. We have some more perks to share about a few in a minute. But we also have this thing called the Jeff Hicks Bundle. Now, this one comes, everything is signed and autographed, but it's everything I've ever done in print. So you get every version with the exception of the rare sketch cover variant, but you get all the versions of Stealing Solo 1, all the versions of Stealing Solo 2, all the versions of Wokebusters, Tits and Art, both versions, and I think that's everything I've done, right? You get it all, plus some bonus shit that I'm going to throw in there, because if you backed us like that last time, you know you got a ton of meat. So here are some of the bonus perks. So after we reach our $3,000 goal, which it looks like we're going to hit that probably tonight on the show, everyone's getting a free keychain. That's just the first basic perk. It's just a thank you for supporting the book. Now, all of the perks moving forward will be given to every backer. So if you back and you just wanted to get the book, well, be prepared. You're going to get a whole lot more. Because I believe in this project, and I know everyone's going to get all of their magnets, all of their shirts, all of their extra stuff. And there's more to come, which I'll share once we break a few more goals. But anyway, this is the usual rigmarole. You've seen this. So after the first 100 backers, you unlock the Nick magnet. Then you get the Jeff magnet. Then you get this lightsaber dual magnet. Then at 400 backers, it's Kendo Ren. 500 backers, you get the A poster. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you all about Kendo Ren in a second.
What the
600 backers, you get the Dion as the green space titty monster. 700 backers, you get the B cover. Now, 8 and 9 are surprises. I'm not going to tell you them until we unlock them. So, folks, you know how to get those unlocked quickly. We've done it before. And then finally, at just 1,000, you get our Mark magnet. And these images right here aren't specifically what the magnets are. They're just some of the best graphics I have for the magnets. But you'll be seeing those when the books come out. So that's that. And then there's more to unlock, but we'll talk about that. And real quick, just because the Kickstarter wants it there, this is a complete project, folks. This isn't maybe one day we'll be reading this and laughing about it together. This book is done. When this campaign closes, then I will get the books ordered. So this year, and then I got an estimated delivery date of February for everything, because I've done this a couple times before now, and I know that's our turnaround time. So as soon as the books as soon as this campaign closes, the books will be ordered and then be shipped to me, and then I'll ship them out to you. And luckily, I have a team this time, so we don't have to worry about that. But I saw you guys were laughing about Kendo Ren. The way this works real quick in terms of the story is Mark Hamill kidnaps us. And this time, we're forced to act in the Star Wars movie against our own will. Not at gunpoint, but something crazier than that has us held hostage to work on this. And all the guys get to wear something crazy. So Dion is the space monster. Remember the whale that had the green milk come out of its nipples in The Last Jedi? We got a joke about that.
I try to forget about that, but thank you for reminding me.
Well, the chapter 2 header's that image, so be prepared to look at that up close. But then I am Rey. Yeah, I know I hate Rey. I'm not a fan of her, but, well, Mark Hamill refused to act against a green screen. He needed somebody to bounce off of, so he dressed us up as these characters. I'm Rey. And the joke is, I'm wearing Daisy Ridley's actual screen costume. That's why it doesn't close over my stomach or fit over my chest or whatever. I look like a dick, and I know it. I don't get to look cool like old Mark right here in his green screen cavern getting ready to kick our asses. But this is Kendo Ren. So every Star Wars movie has a lightsaber duel. Every Star Wars parody now needs one. Stealing Solo didn't have a lightsaber parody. This one does. So anyway, who's Luke Skywalker going to fight? His arch nemesis, Kendo Ren. So as you can see, Kendo gets the screen-use costume from Adam Driver. He has to wear a green screen suit and glasses, but it doesn't matter. We make Mark Hamill happy. So that's pretty much what the whole point of this is. But folks, I haven't even shared with you most of this story. I'm keeping a lot of it under wraps because I don't want to ruin the surprise. You haven't really seen much of any of the third act whatsoever. So Stealing Solo is done. I'm excited about it, and I'm really grateful to everybody who's already backing it. We'll do one quick refresh, and then we will go... oh, wow, that moved up a lot. Cool. We were at 1235. We were at, what, 1010? So we're moving up, folks. That's cool. We're already a third of the way there. I know. So it's only a 30-day campaign. But we have a bunch of wonderful people watching right now. We're probably going to back the campaign after the show, but they're here for a show. So, folks, we're going to give you a whole live show right now, and we will check in periodically with the campaign. If we hit $2,000 very soon, like if we hit, what should I offer on camera tonight if we hit that funding goal? Like, what should I do? I'm not going to like break anything or hurt myself, but what do you think would be a fun thing to do, guys, to celebrate?
It's a good question. I don't know, sing Lapty Neck.
I will do that. I'll sing. If I can find the words, I will sing all the stupid Star Wars songs in their respective languages on the show. There we go.
Holy crap. Okay, guys. I have to see this. Okay? Do not let me down, chat. I already backed the big box. So it's y'all's turn. Figure it out. I have to bear witness to this, and then it needs to be clipped to all hell.
Shit, I'll clip it myself. I'm not ashamed of anything.
Let's
but our
go.
Friend Shrubbles08 brings us the word of the day. It's a delicious word. It's a little early for Thanksgiving, but I'm never not in the mood for turkey. Stealing Solo, the power of the turkey. Turkey fried movie, and my big black ass presents Dion Green in Jive Turkey. Now make sure that stars Billy Zane along with Dion Green, because that's what Billy Zane said to Dion when he met him. You're not a jive turkey, are you? That was a fun day.
Oh, man.
All right, so Turkey. Turkey and the Bandit.
Guess who's coming to Turkey?
Raiders of the Lost Turkey.
Turkey, a Star Wars story.
Honey, I Shrunk the Turkey.
Big Turkey and Little China.
Now I'm just picturing like a Godzilla-sized turkey.
Yeah, that would actually be fantastic.
What would that gobble sound like? That like would it sound like a gobble? Because it's
Maybe?
so big.
I don't know.
It might sound like a high-pitched klaxon.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be great. Now I need that. That's a parody comic somebody out there needs to make.
yes, folks. If you'd like to make Robo Turkey,
It would
go
be
ahead.
like Gobblezilla then.
Knock it out.
Gobblezilla. That's the fucking
Gobblezilla.
name.
Oh
Hey,
my
script,
gosh.
do you want to bust out a terrible script and I'll come up with some concept art and we'll pitch it to the asylum? I have their contact info.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Radioactive
Amazing.
turkey. Someone just tries to microwave a turkey using a nuclear microwave, and it ends up it's still like defeathered, and it doesn't have any head or legs, but it still gobbles and struts around downtown Tokyo or LA or wherever you want to do it.
I think it's like innards should be like a black hole or something. Like if you get sucked into
Oh.
a turkey, you just get
Oh
sucked
yeah,
into
like
outer space.
well, if anything, you'd have like nuclear powered stuffing.
Ooh.
And then you have to
green
watch
stuff
out for
isn't
the
celery.
giblets,
I want to
Love it.
invent. I want to make this happen. I want to go to a theater, buy my $30 bucket of popcorn, and go watch this. So Gobblezilla, folks, we got to make it happen.
Turkey Horizon.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good turkey title.
Edward Turkey Hands.
Oh, I want to see that movie.
Enrique Vasquez. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
That might be my
terrible.
favorite one so far.
I just want to use this as a catchphrase. So it'd be turkeys on a plane, gobble gobble, motherfucker. Like I would watch that movie with Samuel L. Jackson tomorrow.
Right?
Cocaine turkey.
Cocaine turkey.
Mm.
Oh man. Attack of the Killer Turkeys.
Mm. Actually, I think that movie actually exists. I think.
Oh,
there's
does it
Attack of
really?
the Killer
That doesn't
Turkey.
shock me, actually. Now that I think about it.
All right, so folks, we got Deep Blue Turkey. The turkey is not enough. Turkey begins. Dixon Cider, what is up? Dixon Cider, there'll be a P.O. box by the end of the year. Indiana Jones and the Last Turkey. I mean, Dial of Destiny was his last turkey, so oof.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turkeys.
Oh, I want that one.
Mighty Morphin Power Turkeys.
That's a good one too.
Could the Ninja Turkeys fight the Power Turkeys for like 90s turkey supremacy? I would love that.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
I mean, it'd just be like the Saban crossover.
It'd be the Gobble Wars.
Gobble Wars. Yeah, there you go.
That's the Bond crossover between
Back
the Power
off,
Rangers
mother
and the Ninja
clucker.
Turtles were terrible.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Enrique, I will sing Yub Nub if we're going to do this.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Perez. Thank you very much for Backer 2, and your book will be signed. Thank you very much. Susan, I do not know what the deal is with an account on Kickstarter. I don't know, folks. Does everyone have an account? I think it's so I can contact you guys with the way it works is that like the backer information and stuff like that. All I'll tell you this is you won't get spam from me. What you'll get is a weekly update. And sometimes if I need to do more than one update a week, or if I'm feeling like, hey, I want to talk to you guys about something, you'll get those updates. But other than that, Susan, Stealing Solo is only going to give you updates on the campaign, and people that
Can
are
confirm.
on my email list are going to get that stuff.
Can confirm.
The Turkey Wives Club. R.I.P. Diane Keaton. I almost said Dion Keaton. That'd be weird.
There's something about Mary's turkey.
Turkey becomes
Only
her.
you would know that.
Yeah, I would. I waited till you took a drink there. Sorry, not sorry.
It's okay.
Dildo Shaggins. That's good. Star Trek Undiscovered Turkey.
Mm.
I like that. That's good.
The Man with Two Turkeys.
Oh, yeah.
The Man with
Rosie
No
Greer.
Turkey.
Mm. The Man Who Knew Two Turkey.
On Turkey Pond.
Oh, the Marx Brothers Turkey Soup.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second. Turkey Formers, Giblets and Disguise.
Oh, Dixon.
That's
Good
good,
one.
man. That is good. Well done.
Yeah,
Well done.
That's my personal favorite for now. Our friend Lester, who's been a member for 29 months. Think of all the things that have gone on over the last 29 months. Lester's been a member of the channel the entire time. Thank you very much, Lester. And folks, if you get a membership from Lord of Opossums, make sure that you say thanks, because we like to keep this audience fun and light, and, well, we like to celebrate a little bit of reciprocity, so thank you. He says, if companies want to maximize profits for minimum effort, they could have recycled stuff considered timeless. They invested too much into reinventing the wheel. Reprints have been a thing. Well, dude, I say this all the time. In script, Andrew, tell me if you remember this, but like growing up, they would take an old movie. It would get a new video release, and they would just like spam the trailer on TV, and you would get excited for it. There are so many like when the Warriors got re-released in 05 or 06,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this looks great. I can't wait to watch it. I bought the game. I bought the movie. I've been a fan since 2005. Like, I don't know why they don't do that, because I love that shit. Discovering an old classic makes me happy.
Well, that was just the height of physical media. It became like in the late 90s when it became a lot cheaper to produce DVDs and VHSs. Companies like Entertainment One up here in Canada and Warner Archive and stuff, they just started taking their back catalog and then putting them out there in small numbers to see if there'd be a market for it. And especially for anniversaries, because they knew, especially from the repertory theaters, that when they would rent those film reels from the studios to showcase, throughout the country, they would always have sold out tickets. And they said, well, listen, now that physical media is becoming far more affordable, you don't have to spend $70 for a VHS anymore. DVDs and VHSs are between 18 and $35 respectively. Let's start pumping out some of our back catalog. In addition to our first and second window broadcasts on television, cable, and pay-per-view, and everybody jumped on it. And I remember it was a fun time because like in 06 and 07 and 08, when I was kind of bouncing between different studios, working as like assistants and PAs and stuff of that nature, they would constantly be saying like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this movie?" And if I'd be like, "Yeah, I probably saw that on like a late night TV network that was licensed out when I was a kid, but haven't ever seen it again." It's like, well, you think that if we threw $1 million behind it for a physical media release, that people would sell it? It's like, if I can remember the movie after seeing it only once, I think people are going to want to probably buy it. And yeah, you just see all these weird titles just start pumping out. Like when I was with Warner Brothers for a couple of times, they would be announcing like, these are the slate of films from our back catalog that we want to release. And people, you get the memo and you'd be like, oh, this is really exciting. And it's like, I can't wait to get a copy of this. I wonder if I could hold on long enough to get a free copy instead of having to go to the store and throw down money for it. Because that's what studios do. Every once in a while, I don't know if I'm going to get it anymore, but every once in a while I'll get like a Blu-ray sent to my my address from Paramount from one of the movies that they had out, just because I used to intern there.
Ooh, that's a nice
Must
perk.
be nice.
Sometimes it's nice, and sometimes they send you a 2009 Star Trek. You're like, I don't.
At least
man.
they didn't send you Star Trek. What was the third one? Beyond.
Beyond, yeah. No, I didn't get that. I can't remember what I got there.
I actually plan on getting the 4K trilogy of those.
Andrew, I already own 2 of those 3 on 4K, so you're not going to be alone on that island. There are worse Star Trek movies than the 09 one.
Yes,
Beyond.
I watched Star Trek Nemesis.
Well, I mean, Into Darkness is definitely worse than 09. Yeah.
I like Into Darkness, but having seen the original Wrath of Khan, I understand why Wrath of Khan fans don't like it.
Well, I mean, it presumes it presumes that the crew knows who Khan is, and it's like you there's no drama here because you're introducing us to Khan in this universe for the first time. You haven't established a context like Space Seed did, and so it's very deflated. It's just so bad.
Shrubbles08 says, backer number 5, Die Hard button, please. Well, Shrubbles08, thank you very much for being backer number 5. When I was a kid, 5 was my favorite number. I liked it because there were 5 Power Rangers and all this other stuff. I don't really have a reason why I liked the number 5, but I did, and I still kind of do. So thank you very much. And here is your Die Hard button right here.
Glass? Who gives a shit about Glass? Who the fuck is this?
This is Deputy Chief of Police Dwayne T. Robinson, and I am in charge of this situation.
Oh, you're in charge. Well, I got some bad news for you, Dwayne. I'm not the one who just got butt-fucked on national TV, Dwayne.
I love Argyle. I know it's not Christmas time yet, but I'm going to watch Die Hard tomorrow. I don't care.
I mean, Halloween's over.
Yeah.
I watch Die Hard every summer because I make I mean, this is a joke in my family, but my mom was pregnant with me when Die Hard came out. So she's like, you were there in the womb. So I'm like, yeah, it's my anniversary of seeing Die Hard every July at some point. I was there.
All right.
You got to do the full immersion experience where you just swallow yourself, put yourself in darkness, and you just hear Die Hard behind some muffled speakers for 2 hours.
That's a little visceral there, Script.
Yeah. Crazy part is I'll be able to see the movie in my head. Die Hard is one of those films that I know almost as well as the back of my hand. So it's a classic. It's my 4th favorite movie of all time. Overkill 1. It really is because it's not about an action movie. I love a good story that flows very fast. And I also love movies that feel like, I mean, I guess it's the denouement, but it feels like it has an ending and then there's a little more added on to it. That's what I like that in Die Hard. It's like, oh man, the day is saved, and then here comes this, and then there's just a little bit more. So, this has been Jeff's TED Talk on Die Hard. Overkill 161, thank you very much. He says Turkey Blanca, the Maltese turkey, and Dial T for turkey. Somebody likes the classics.
How about The Road to Turkey?
Turk edition.
The Bing Crosby and was it Bob Hope? Road to Turkey.
Oh, okay.
Road to Morocco.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of Road to Perdition. I was like, can we do Road to Turducken? Because that just
I mean,
sounds like a tasty time too.
turducken. I mean, you could do that too. I'm not mad about it.
I think Tom Hanks would make any turkey dinner a better experience. Our friend Jeff Stark says, "Hey Jeff, congrats on the launch." Thanks, Jeff. What size do the shirts go up to? The shirts go from extra small to 5XL. I run the gamut. I offer all sizes. Your shirt size will be part of your survey kit. You'll get that.
Yeah, you get to select that. Yeah.
But yeah, you will get all those options because I know that I'm not a small guy, so I want to make sure that everybody gets shirts, you know? So, yeah, extra small to 5X, and they will feature full color prints of your poster design of choice. Or if you get all three, you'll get all three shirts. So, Jeff, thank you for asking. Jeff, thank you for being a supporter. I mean, I know you as my real-life Facebook friend, too, so thanks for all the support, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys, so we're going to let the campaign keep rolling for a little while. We're going to start talking about a list that popped up. Because, Script, Andrew, we love movies, we love entertainment, and we loathe remakes. But sometimes, remakes aren't absolute dog shit.
No,
And so
sometimes they're better than the original.
I know, right? So the
Rare
Hollywood
as it
Reporter-
may be.
I know. It's once in a lifetime. Okay, not once in a lifetime, because we're gonna be talking about many films that
Once in a
for.
lifetime has never meant the same thing since The Rock fought Cena the first time at WrestleMania. So
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Cena, his ass won the IC title last night. He is a Grand Slam champion. Again.
he's getting ready to retire.
Oh, he's got 2 more matches.
Oh, well then
Like,
there it is. They're gonna make sure he's loaded up.
Because his retirement tour has been absolute dog shit. They turned him heel. It was kind of boring. And then all of a sudden, he just wins the belt last night. I'm like, okay, cool. I can't believe I'm back on the John Cena train. But I guess this is my way of saying thanks for following us on Twitter, John. We appreciate you.
Oh, did he really?
He does.
It's so weird how that like happens randomly. Because even my ass is getting followed by him on Twitter, and I'm nobody.
I wonder. I mean, I assume he just friends everybody. But it'd be really funny if he actually looked into who everyone that he added to a friend was. So he's like, oh, World Class Bullshitters. That's a weird name. Oh, okay. And then he finds the one episode where he talks shit about him. He's like, nope, not for me.
Oh, he wouldn't.
Or
do that.
he's like, hey, I've seen those jackasses in the stands before.
Yeah, that's that fucking guy that started that damn chant.
Yeah.
Cena's just a chill dude.
Hey, that's part of his history now. Right? That's part of the legend.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm going to miss him one day. But because he's going away, and I know I'll never have to watch him again, that's why. But folks, let's play a little game. Let's see if we agree. 13 film remakes that are better than the original. So let's count down this list and see if we agree.
Okay.
All right, so number 1 is Casino Royale. Is
Better
it
than
really
the
a remake
comedy?
or an adaptation?
I was gonna say that's an adaptation, isn't that?
That's a novel adaptation because the original Casino Royale with David Nevin was a comedy. It wasn't supposed to be a legitimate book adaptation to Casino Royale. It's supposed to be a parody, James Bond. Although it does have one of the sexiest Bond daughters you'll ever see.
I need you
Is
to
it the
qualify
only
that
Bond daughter?
statement.
I mean, the other one in the movie is like a kid, so you can't really do anything like that.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I didn't realize James Bond had daughters in other films. I've only sat through the Casino Royale weird one once.
Yeah, and the one with David Niven and Orson Welles and Woody Allen and Peter Sellers, that James Bond, one of his previous love interests ends up having a child, and she's a ballet instructor. And she ends up breaking beyond the Berlin Wall, and she gets out this she has this little funny action set piece, but she's gorgeous in it. And the gimmick is that all the agents in MI6 are now codenamed James Bond to throw off this whole conspiracy of them trying to kill their agents. It's a ridiculous parody. Orson Welles plays Le Chiffre. Peter Sellers left in the middle of production, so it's a very peculiar. He has a very peculiar entrance and exit, and Woody Allen is pretty hysterical in that.
But isn't the song from that movie just like a regular song everybody knows?
Kind of, yeah.
Was the Look of Love in Casino Royale?
I can't remember.
Because I thought like a famous song was in that
There's this
movie.
catchy, famous song from about James Bond. It's very silly.
Let's see. Yeah, it is. Here it is. It's the song was featured in an extended slow motion interlude of the 1967 James Bond spoof Casino Royale.
Yeah,
and then it was brought back for Austin Powers.
That's right.
No.
Well, it makes sense.
There's only one good thing about Austin Powers, in my opinion.
Elizabeth Hurley?
It was Elizabeth Hurley. That was it. Young Andrew liked Elizabeth Hurley quite a lot.
Adult Jeff likes Elizabeth Hurley and Heather Graham. Beyonce, not so much.
Well, Beyonce is Beyonce.
Then she got Hulk thighs. Yeah, people have been kind of...
I'll say this. I actually did not know that there was a Casino Royale movie before this one.
There's also a TV.
I knew the
There's
novel.
an American TV James Bond movie. Jim Bond.
It was released on my birthday in 1954 or 6. I got to look that up. But I knew it was October 21st. I was like, yes, James Bond on my birthday. What a terrible representation. Andrew,
how about that?
Here's your last piece of trivia on this, Andrew. In the movie The Shining, the guy who's the boss, the manager of the hotel, is the first person to ever play James Bond on film, Barry Nelson. It's not Sean Connery, and it's not the stuntman Bob Simmons. That's the first man to ever play James Bond.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, you learn something new every day. Hopefully here on World Class Bullshitters. Now, the next remake. I agree with this one. The Fly.
Yep, Cronenberg's The Fly is a fantastic remake.
That is
The
accurate.
original is hokey and fun, but this gets under your skin. Literally. Brundle Fly gets under your skin.
It's nasty. It's got a lot of good body horror.
That is a creepy movie. I was like 11, I think, when I saw that.
That's young to see The Fly.
Yeah,
That is pretty young to see I saw it when I was 6, but that's just because I was alive when it came out, and then it started airing itself on. We had WCKVR. CKVR was like a network affiliate in Southern Ontario that also spilled over into Ohio and Buffalo. And they actually played that on a Sunday at 4 p.m. But of course, they cut out some of the nudity and weird stuff. But that was my first part to The Fly, and a lot of the violence was still on there.
Like when he broke the dude's arm?
Yeah, and also when they melt, when the acid melts the ankle and the wrist of the guy. Yeah.
That is one of the nastiest movies ever, but I recommend you watch it if you haven't seen it. All right, next on our list is His Girl Friday. I haven't seen either one.
Nor I.
I've only seen that one. I haven't seen the one that it's based off of. I don't think I've ever found the original.
The 1931 film.
Yeah, it's only 9 years apart, right? Yeah, 9 years. Yeah, 9 years.
It's not very long for a remake.
It also holds a 99% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes and was honored as AFI's top 100 comedies.
Yep.
Wow.
And Quentin Tarantino loves it. I guess I got to check it out.
Well, not only that, I mean the 90s depiction of Lois Lane and Lois and Clark Superman, and even in some of the comics, take a huge inspiration from His Girl Friday.
I buy that.
Good old Lois Lane. All right, this is one that some people in the chat were saying shouldn't be on here. It from 2017.
I haven't seen the original. I've only seen this one.
The TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
The TV movie was smarter because they shot all the kids stuff at first, so that the kids didn't look aged up from the sequel or from the follow-up.
See, I think the TV movie and this complement each other well. I think It Chapter 1 is the best representation of It, the newer one.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought Chapter 2 did it so poorly, and the adults weren't that well cast. And I know, it's James McAvoy, it's this guy, it's that guy. They're great actors, but I'll take John Ritter and Annette O'Toole and the kid from the Waltons and all that crap over the newer adults. Tim Reed was great. They had a Harry, what's his face? Judge Harry Stone from Night Court was on there too. Like all those actors, I thought topped the adult versions in the new one. But this one right here, this movie's awesome. I bought it.
It was a
I
good
need to get it
movie.
on
I'm not
4K.
even a horror guy, and I when I watched it, I was like, wow, that was good. Like Skarsgård was horrifying.
Well, I mean, yeah, he knows how to do that. Speaking of horrifying, there's a cool guy in the back stage there who's could help lend an extra voice on too.
Is it a cool guy or is it a jerk?
It's a jerk. Hello, jerk.
It is a jerk, but he also happens to be a cool guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the jerk, Aaron Sparrow.
How's everybody doing?
Is that-
I thought you were going to bring me in when Script Doctor said something about nudity and violence. I thought you were going to go. And speaking of nudity and violence,
If I didn't have the article pulled up, I definitely would have done that. That's on brand for me.
how's everybody doing tonight? I am so excited that you're doing your stream tonight. You're launching Stealing Solo 2. I mean, let's go,
Hell yeah.
man.
Yep.
Dude, we're already a third of the way, like 33% of the funding goal. I mean, everybody knows how that works, but it's been moving quick, and it's only going to be for 28 days or 29 more days, folks. So if you're on the fence, get off the fence. Get yourself a copy.
Are you free on Saturday, Jeff? You should reach out to Wes. Come on, aficionado.
Oh yeah.
I have messaged him already. I'm waiting to hear back.
Excellent. I'm actually recording with him tomorrow, so I'll say, hey, have you answered Jeff yet? You should answer.
There
Jeff.
you go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that
Because-
show's a blast. I was very thankful to be on last Saturday.
Oh, dude,
I haven't had a chance to
You're
watch
right.
yet, Andrew. Did you have a good time?
I did. I had a very good time.
So, Aaron, what we were doing is we're looking at a list of remakes that the Hollywood Reporter calls better than the original. It just dropped today, and we just kind of worked our way through It Chapter 2. Anything you want to say about that movie, or you want to see what the next one is?
I think that just real quick, I'll say about It Chapter 1. I think that is a phenomenal movie. Chapter 2, I think less so, but I still think that it's better than the original just because it's not on television and therefore is able to be a little creepier, a little spookier. Obviously, film techniques have advanced since the days of the original, but I will say that that takes nothing away from the absolute terrifying performance of Tim Curry as Pennywise. There's a great story about how he had just come off of Legend, and when he was on the set of It, they had all these prosthetics that they wanted to put on his face to make him scarier, and he was just like done with it at that point because he'd spent so long in the makeup chair every day for Darkness in Legend. And he told him, he said, trust me, darling, I can make it scary. And he
Give me the teeth, and that's it.
yep, that's all he needs.
So, the first time I saw it was in college. I had this girlfriend who was afraid of clowns, and I thought it would be funny to rent it as a date.
Wow.
movie. Yeah.
What? Were you like trying to expedite things in terms of like grooming her?
Adrenaline and
Like,
protective, being a protector for her or something.
It worked. Well, I just leave it like that. I won't say anything else, but it worked. Anyway,
okay.
that was the first
man,
time
props to you.
I ever saw Tim Curry's It all the way through, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I bought that movie as a comedy. I don't think it's scary whatsoever. Like, I think he's 0% scary, but it's such a great movie. Like, I remember as a kid, everyone would tell you two things. It is the scariest movie, and Pet Sematary is super scary as well. And I saw both of them as an adult, and I went, neither of these are scary in the slightest bit, but they're
No,
enjoyable.
you have to watch them as a kid in order for them to be scary. Like, you had to experience it that way.
Fair.
Just like, if you go back and you watch The Exorcist, The Exorcist to me when I was a kid was the most terrifying movie on the planet. And now I go back and watch it and I'm like, this isn't scary. But it's just because, my perceptions have changed.
That's a good way to look at it. I just, watching it as a 20-year-old and cracking up. Different perspective. I don't think any of us can speak on Little Women, can we?
I've never.
I saw the one with Winona
I
Ryder back in the day.
I was gonna say I saw one of them. I couldn't tell you which one, but I saw it with my family when I was younger. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about it though.
The only Little Women I've ever seen were at the circus, and I don't think we can actually comment any further than that.
All right. Well, we will leave the
Bitches.
circus folk in the back, and we will move on to Ocean's 11. I finally saw the original. I think I prefer the original over the remake.
Really,
did
the
too.
original is terrible.
No, it's so fun.
The original, but I mean, just from a standpoint of like all those movies that Sinatra did were just him getting together with a bunch of his drunk friends and nothing much happens, and it's like they're gonna knock over this casino, but it's like it's so simple to do so. Like the plan is so simple. There's just a whole scene with a bunch of guys nodding at each other in the room, just like no, this is going down, this is happening. It's not a good film.
But it doesn't have George Clooney going like this every 5 seconds.
Oh,
I don't like George Clooney.
Doing his move where he puts his chin on his chest and looks up.
Yeah, it's like, I get you, George, but I don't know. I guess I just like the old one because it was old, and I don't like half the actors in the new one. That's just me, though.
Well, I've only ever liked George Clooney in one role, and that
Batman,
was,
right?
No, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
I love that we all were thinking.
No, it was Hubert from Roseanne. That's who it was.
No, the guy that was helping with the store in the later seasons of The Facts of Life. That's where he shined.
Nah, he was just a good old doctor. No, he was the best as the dog in the South Park movie. That's my favorite George Clooney role. Okay, we got up next is The Parent Trap. I'll be embarrassed and say this. I watched this movie as a kid because I had a stepsister. This movie is solid.
My family owns it on DVD, and we would watch it regularly. We also own the original and watched it periodically. Honestly, I like this one more.
I've never.
And I like
either
the
version.
nods. I like the nods that this one, after having seen the original, I like the nods that this one gives to the original, without being too overtly like wink wink about it. It's more like a no, if you know, you know type of
So,
thing.
Andrew, what we should do is you and I should commit to the world's worst stream, where we each drink wine and we'll do a live.
I mean, I'm already game. If it involves drinking wine, like you sold me, whatever comes next, sure, why not?
You had me at World's Worst Stream. I'm like, I want to be a part of that.
All right, that's what we should try to do. We should all get together and try to top each other for the worst shows possible. It's like, obviously we're not going to scream into a microphone and like just go for 2 hours, because that would make our voices go hoarse. But I do think we should try to come up with something. What?
I said that's different channels, not this one.
Yeah, I've never yelled at the top of my lungs unless I'm laughing my ass off.
No, you raised your voice, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, I'll raise my voice if I have to, but not over The Parent Trap. This is one I also agree with. This version of Scarface is better than the old one.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was an old one before this one. I've seen this one.
Yeah, I had no idea that was a remake.
Really? You're the oldest one here.
Yeah, no clue.
Oh, so I don't feel bad, that's for sure.
He's not old enough to remember that, so.
When was the first one made? Oh, 1932? Okay, well, he's not that old.
Yeah, I mean, and even my generational knowledge doesn't go back that far.
Yeah, mine neither, and I know a lot about pop culture. But this one is a great film. I love it. I own it on 4K. I don't really have much to say besides Scarface is awesome.
Yep.
All right, Some Like It Hot. I didn't realize this was a remake. I just know this movie.
The 1959 version is a remake?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
When did the original come out? 1951? 8 years?
No, it's 35.
Oh, 35.
And
okay.
1951.
Yeah. So, yes, it was made. See, Hollywood has always been remaking itself. I mean,
I was about to say, like, I don't want to hear anything out of anybody ever again of like, oh, modern Hollywood is obsessed with remakes. Tonight, I was today years old when I learned Hollywood's been obsessed with remakes forever.
Did you know that Jack Lemmon passed away?
I mean, didn't
Andrew,
that happen a
everybody
long
in this
time
photo
ago?
is dead. Everybody in this photo is dead, including the photographer, Andrew. How does that make you feel?
Do you ever have like a
You
celebrity?
know, I
death,
didn't know that they were dead.
like where a celebrity death gets announced and you're like, oh, I thought they were dead like 20 years ago, or when a celebrity gets in the news for some reason and you go, oh, I thought they were dead 20 years ago.
I was about to say there are actually probably more instances, and I couldn't name names because I'm horrible with celebrity names for the most part because I don't really care. But like every now and then somebody's name will get dropped, and it's like an older actor or actress, and like if it's somebody that I at least know of, and I know that they've been around for a long time, I'm like, you're still living?
Yeah, Devon Sawa came up the other day, and I was like, oh my god, Devon Sawa was still alive. I thought he overdosed or something.
That's Jonathan Brandis you're thinking of.
Yep. No, I remember that because he was on that show with the dolphin.
Oh yeah, Sequest.
That's
Yeah.
No, that's Flipper, because Jonathan Brandis was on Sequest also.
Wow, we are completely just crossing all the wires
Wait,
now.
wait. Who was the kid in Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer?
Oh, isn't that also Jonathan Brandis too? No,
Could be. And Rutger Hauer is dead, and that's not fair.
Oh, that was Brandon Call.
Oh, okay.
From Step by Step?
Yes, from the Brady Bunch knockoff Step by Step with Suzanne Summers.
Jesus. How do I know these things? That's why I'm going on Pop Culture Jeopardy, because I know all this dumb crap.
I know, right?
Patrick Duffy is still alive, but Suzanne Summers, she passed away.
Yeah,
Just
the
in case
pretty
you
ones
didn't know
always
him.
die first.
Well, wait, is Joyce DeWitt dead? She's dead,
No.
right? Joyce
No,
DeWitt is
Joyce
still
DeWitt-
alive?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Three's Company people aren't that old. It's just John Ritter passed away very early, and then I guess Suzanne Summers just died. I don't know.
In a
Wait,
tragic,
hold on.
A tragic
Susan-
Time Master accident?
Yeah.
Susan Summers died?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Hold on. I swear, I'm not leaning into the bit here. I genuinely didn't know that. She used
When
to be
did
the
Suzanne
host.
Summers die?
She used to be the host on one of those Nickelodeon like kids game shows I used to watch with my sister as a kid.
Buddy,
Yeah, she
I got
lost
some
control. She lost control of a Thigh Master. It hit her in the head, and she fell off a balcony.
Yeah. And she died 2 years ago, Andrew.
Are you serious? That's how she died?
No!
No!
A bear ate her.
That'd be amazing. But...
That would be something nobody would forget.
I can't trust anyone ever.
Is this where you
Andrew,
have trust issues for?
You're a sweet
This is
summer
why-
child, Andrew.
This is why I have trust issues. I would say it's why I drink, but that's a lie. I drink because I like wine.
It is tasty. Yeah, she has a picture of herself on her own gravestone
Oh,
from when she
Well, I
was
mean,
young.
I guess it makes more sense than just a picture of somebody else. Just a random like.
Oh,
It
my
came with
gravestone! I want a picture of Eddie Guerrero. Here lies Jeff Hicks. He looked like Eddie Guerrero.
No, what you should have if you're gonna do Eddie Guerrero, you have to have it say like cheat to win or lie, cheat, and steal.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Andrew, on Thursday night we're gonna give him a memorial. He's been dead 20 years.
Okay, I did know that.
I do want to join you
did
for
know
that.
that.
God, it's been 20 years.
20 years to the day on Thursday.
Damn.
I used to know somebody who was probably I mean I guess I still know them, but we don't talk anymore. But who was quite legitimately probably his illegitimate daughter.
Oh wow.
Is she a makeup artist?
No.
Oh.
So there's another one.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Eddie. So Eddie, back before Eddie cleaned his life up, he had a lot of ring rats.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I've heard Jake the Snake has a few illegitimate kids out there.
Jake
Yeah.
the Snake.
I love in that
Andre the
Beyond the
Giant
Mat
has one.
documentary. I love in that on the Mat document or Beyond the Mat documentary where they're interviewing Jake, and just out of nowhere he forgets that he's in an interview and just starts messing with some gum that's somehow on his jacket. He's like, "What the hell is this shit?" And he's like just picking at the gum, like.
He was not in a good place back then, dude. But it's
No.
really good to see where he is nowadays.
Yeah, he cleaned up. It's
I met him. He was nice.
That's good to hear. A buddy of mine that he is actually probably one of the biggest wrestling influences on me that I had for the longest time when I was still living in California. He was a big fan of Jake the Snake.
He's great. He's one of the best promos of all time.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Next on our list is A Star Is Born. Haven't seen any version of A Star Is Born, and I'm not going to start anytime soon.
I saw the
can't.
original.
Yeah, I can't speak to the original, but I did see this one, and it was pretty good. it just as a movie, however you feel about Lady Gaga or Bradley Cooper, like it was just pretty darn good as far as I was concerned.
She looks pretty good in those pants right there, so I'll give it a watch.
Well, when she's
Better-
not deliberately dressing like a weirdo, you know, she actually cleans up all right.
Oh
See,
yeah.
I don't dislike Lady Gaga. I just don't like musicals. But some of her music is fine. Like her first CD was cool.
I like when she sings non-auto-tuned poppy stuff because she actually has a really powerful voice, and she actually has a voice that lends itself well to more like classic old school like Great American Songbook type music. Like she can actually
Her and Tony
knock
Bennett.
she can knock that stuff out of the park.
The song from this
So
movie,
I respect it.
The song from this movie has there's a cover out there by Pentatonics, which is an a cappella group. And,
Yep,
I
know
think,
Pentatonics.
I think Kirsten Maldonado actually has a better voice than Lady Gaga. Like I think she nails that song.
I don't know if I've heard that cover from them, but I do like that group, Pentatonics,
Yeah.
because I listen
No,
to a
it's a-
lot of their like Christmas stuff.
Yeah, they're a great group. Love them.
I just know the guy was on Dancing with the Stars and got eliminated. But that's all I know. All right, next up on the list, I think we all agree that The Thing is better than the original Thing, or Who Goes There?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I have not seen the original, but I have seen this one as of whatever, a year and a half or 2 years ago. And yes, thank you, Jeff, and the Saskas and everybody else that had been pestering me to watch this movie. If I watch no other horror films, you guys were like, watch The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing specifically. I was like, okay, fine, shut up.
If I
watched
would have
it.
known that you hadn't seen it, I would have been pestering you as well.
I'm sure you would have.
We
Yeah, I
had
believe
him
it.
on the show for like 2 years.
Because literally
Yeah.
everybody else did. So I believe that.
And now you got to watch the one from the 50s because it's a very fun 50s schlocky sci-fi film.
No,
Yeah, if
I've
you
been
wanna
told
watch
that
it-
I need to watch Jacob's Ladder next if I'm going to be watching horror movies. That's what. I've been
No, I
told.
agree with Script. Watch the original 50s version because you will believe that you can create tension by just having men talking in a room and a guy who's on fire occasionally bursts in.
What?
Yeah, that's it. We won't tell you anymore.
That's a weird out of context scene, man.
All right, so up next on our remake list was True Grit. I have seen the remake, but not the original. I apologize, but I can say it's a good movie.
They're
I
both
like
good.
both. That's the thing. Like,
I haven't seen either. No, I've seen the original. I have
The
not
original's
seen
great.
this one.
The original's great when I think it's is it Duvall that's the main bad guy when he says to when he calls John Wayne's character, it's Rooster Cogburn, but when he calls John Wayne like an old fat man, it's like he's
Yeah.
insulting the Duke himself, man. And then just the
Yeah.
Duke is like, "Fill your hands, you son of a bitch!" And the way that like he does it is great. The way Jeff Bridges does it. It's Jeff Daniels. That'd be a very different movie.
That would be honestly, that would be a fun parody.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Daniels is gonna wimp himself to death one of these days. But yeah, no. This movie, when I saw this in theaters, my friend Marie and I turned to each other and we were like, "This girl is gonna be a star. Like she's so good." And then of course he's just always brilliant, and he's brilliant in this. If you have not seen this, Andrew, this is one for your list.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mr.
so I
LaBeef.
gotta watch the remake. Okay.
yeah, Haley Steinfeld was amazing in that, and the original is also like, I mean, these ones too. You didn't need to do a remake of True Grit, but they did it justice, and it was a great watch.
Yeah, it's the Coen brothers. It is weird when Matt Damon shows up as LaBeef, because like I was fully invested in the film, and then when Matt Damon shows up, I'm like, it's Matt Damon. Like it just like jarred me out of it. He does a fine job, but it definitely is like one of those things where you're like, oh, I expected maybe like a character actor and not more of an A-list actor.
Now, I didn't realize that True Lies was a remake. Did you guys?
Yes, from a Russian film,
Did not.
because well, James
that's why I
Cameron
didn't
loves
know.
to copy
Oh, American.
other movies with his own stuff. He just has that he has that knack. He gets inspired by something else, pulls in that. So True Lies was based off of there's a movie and a short-lived miniseries in Europe of it, and then oddly enough, pretty recently, the miniseries was then readapted into another TV series that aired a couple of years ago, and it was an okay drama. It was Matt Nix did it from Burn Notice.
Oh, Burn Notice.
It got one season, pretty plausible stuff. It had a couple of callbacks to like Tom Arnold jumps into an episode, kind of playing like the guy in the van, retired type of thing. It was way more leaning into comedy, just like the original European series was, because it was a comedy. And of course, James Cameron made it more action with a wink and tongue-in-cheek aspects to it.
This movie, the remake has kind of a tragic story too, because I read that Eliza Dushku, who was a teenager,
the stunt guy, yeah,
played the daughter, yeah, was sexually assaulted by the stunt guy, and that led to a lot of mental problems for her. Yeah, it's Hollywood, baby, just a cabal of degenerates.
Well, especially in positions you don't think you'd expect them to be. That's the part.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but like, she was how old in that? Like, she was a teenager.
She was 13 or 14 at the time.
Oh, dear God.
And I remember the story because I was like in a meeting where we were like vetting a whole bunch of guys, and someone brought up the dude from True Lies. Like, he hasn't been working in years, and you know why?
Yeah.
Because Cameron found out, and Arnold Schwarzenegger found out what he was trying to do with Eliza, and he was blacklisted, and then that's when I learned the story. I was like, ooh, damn.
Well, glad he's not getting any work.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Listen, it's not always the producer or the director or the studio head that's needs to cajole women into precarious situations. Women will throw themselves at people like that. It's the ones you don't expect that will come after you.
Nobody wants the best boy or the grip.
That's right. But no, it's usually like a lot of people on the independent scene that promise, fame and glory, even though they don't have any.
Yep.
I know.
Leveraging clout that they don't have.
Yep.
I've been to cons where guys are trying to like, oh, I'm gonna do this for you and that for you, and I'll lean over to the guys like, they ain't doing shit. We just laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a mind for the business and the space, then when somebody's just trying to get one over on you.
I gotta be careful, because I'll talk shit to the wrong person to get myself blacklisted. Some guy's like, yeah, I'm a big executive. No, he's not.
If he was, he'd give you his card and make an appointment like right then and there, and it'd all be confirmed like really fast. One of the things that I had trouble doing in the early 2010s is we were using, instead of using like traditional concept art, we were grabbing like models and actors, and we were taking them in we were getting like costumes made for them for various shoots and stuff, and using them as like for more visuals as like stand-ins. And one year we went to LA Comic-Con, and we hired a whole bunch of like cosplay booth girls. And it was the hardest thing to do because they thought we were all trying to get into bed with them. And like, no, this is what we're doing. And like, this is the day. These are all the legit stuff. This is the release form, the paperwork, all this. It was a ton of headaches. But after we got that first week done, we then started getting calls from all their friends and be like, hey, do you need more extras or people in background to do this stuff for your concept, for your pitch book and all the concept stuff? And we're like, yes. And we paid them all for it. Like, just a scale rate for the day. But like, just even saying, hey, you do great cosplay. Would you be interested in doing this really eccentric, character thing? And they're like, yeah, I'm not sleeping with you. It's like, no.
No, I'm sorry.
That is not what I'm asking for you. It's like, I literally we have this project. Here's what's going on. It's like, yeah, sure you do. It's like, all right, cool. And you just move on until, a couple of people said, yes, they do it. They're like, oh yeah, it's on the up and up. And then, you do that. But yeah, especially at cons and conventions, like tons of cosplayers and women are constantly pestered for stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, can you imagine how many? In order for them to immediately think that, can you imagine how many times it has to happen?
Yes.
Sorry, I just was sending the link in the chat because Andrew recommended I do that. Let me post that, folks. The link to the Kickstarter for Stealing Solo 2: The Power of the Farce is dropped there again. I will try to figure out how to pin it on StreamYards, but there we go.
I don't know if you can through StreamYard. If you can, that's amazing.
It should be in the description too of this stream, right?
It is in the description.
It is.
There you go.
By the way, anybody else watching on vertical? We're now broadcasting vertical and horizontal.
I'm watching both, technically.
Oh, there you go. I can turn it on and off, so
Is that vertical integration? Is that what that means?
That's the vertical integration they've been talking about, Aaron.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
let me check in with the audience real quick. We're having this as a fun night, folks. We had a couple more members. Our friend Jeff Stark says, I got a combo A backer number 13. Jeff, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months, folks. 29 months ago. Where was I? I was here back in Cincinnati. No. Shit, I was just back in Cincinnati. That's where I was.
Have you really only been back in Cincinnati that long?
I moved back I moved back the day before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came out.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because I got back and I'm like, I'm gonna take some time. It's been a shitty event. I'm just gonna recover. And then I went, wait a second, Guardians comes out. Let's go see that and then review it for the show. And then it's been pretty much nonstop ever since. So, not a complaint. I just remember vividly coming back and going, yep, Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do this. And I still hate what was the bad guy's name in that one with the stretched face?
Oh,
High Evolutionary.
High Evolutionary.
Yeah, High Evolutionary. Yeah.
I'm glad that guy got killed. Like, I have not hated a Marvel character as much as I hated that guy. And then he got his face ripped off by Rocket Raccoon. I was like, cool, you deserve it. Asshole.
Yeah, when he was like walking around with the stretched face, I was like, what is this about? You know, is this like just because the High Evolutionary? I know this is gonna sound weird, but he's like one of my favorite villains in the Marvel universe. I just think he's interesting, and I know people are like nobody's favorite character is the High Evolutionary. I'm not saying he's my favorite. I'm saying
somebody is everybody's favorite, or any character can be somebody's favorite character. That's
right. He's not my favorite, but he is one I find interesting. And,
and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, he's done some really interesting stuff. Like, he, in fact, me, of course, with the speedster knowledge, right? So when he used the isotope on Pietro, Quicksilver, and all of a sudden Quicksilver was more than just kind of fast. He was, like, actually stupid fast. It was like, oh, well, look at you being a speedster, getting an upgrade. Look at that. Good job. So happy
okay, well,
for you.
Let me ask you this, since let's take a little diversion here. Since you're a speedster fan, are you aware that Barry Allen popped up in the Marvel Universe?
Yes, it's Buried Alien.
Yes, thank you. In Quasar.
Do not recite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written.
Excellent. You weren't born when it was written, but I still...
No, I was not. Shut up. I needed an excuse to use Aslan's line, okay? That should count for something in and of itself.
No, I'm impressed because that is something kind of obscure that like a lot of people don't know.
It's very
a lot of people
obscure.
weren't reading Quasar.
No, well, a lot of people just don't read comics in general, and even fewer read speedster comics in general. But they'll still try and talk about them.
That's true.
I don't ever talk about speedster comics, Andrew. I only talk about the stuff I know well.
Because you're an intelligent man.
That's true. I was hoping you'd say like you should maybe read some speedster comic books.
You should read mine. Is what you should read.
No, Jeff.
Where can I
Jeff
buy
has
it?
this.
I'll send you a copy.
I want to support you like you support me.
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
It's only like $8.
Aaron?
I was going to say that, Jeff, you're very rare in this day and age. I mean, it's something that I do that always surprises people, but especially for someone your age, to actually have the ability to say, "Oh, I don't know anything about that."
Yeah,
and not just try to talk about it and have a strong opinion.
Not try to BS it. Yeah,
yeah.
That's why I'm world class first.
It's like
you're world class. You're not just bullshit. You're world class.
It's like I've done no research on that topic. Now let me give you my very strong opinion on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everything. I'm the expert, Mark. No, there's no like the Red Green Show. They would always talk about those 3 terrible words that every man doesn't want to say. I don't know. It's like, if I don't know something, no big deal. I'll figure it out. I'll learn it.
I have no problem saying I don't know. There's tons of stuff I don't know.
Yeah, if I don't know, like there are plenty. I'm a comic book guy, but there's still plenty of characters and storylines that I'm not super well versed in, and so I'm not gonna spout my mouth off and act like I do know something about it. I'd rather just say, yeah, I'm honestly, I don't know that much about that one. Educate me. That way I can add that to my repertoire.
Occasionally I have lied by accident, where someone will say, like I think it was Norm Macdonald that had this old bit that's very accurate. He would say, you ever just like when talking to somebody and they'll say something like, "Yeah, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and the horse?" And you'll go, "Yes." And then they'll start talking about it, and you're sitting there going like, "I've never seen that movie. Why did I just say yes? Why did that big fat lie just come out of my mouth?" I stand to gain nothing from this lie.
There was a similar one of those. It happened to me in college. Do you remember the movie Hamlet 2?
Oh, Steve Coogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Hamlet too.
Yeah, it's not what you think.
Yes,
Yeah, so-
I remember Hamlet too.
I can only associate so much with the term Hamlet.
There's
Rocky,
a guy
sexy
there that
Jesus.
pretends his name is Haywood and his last name is Jablomi.
Wait a
Somebody
minute,
has that in our screen name, or one of our members has that. Is he on the chat right now?
I don't
Haywood-
think I've seen him.
Oh,
I've never-
he's
I've
yeah,
never
he's a
seen
member
Tonight,
for sure.
anyway.
I've never seen Hamlet 2. Why did I just say that I did?
Well, I just remember the guy in college going like, "Yeah, man, that was so much better than Hamlet 1." I'm like, I think you missed the joke, but I didn't want to
Definitely
say.
missed the joke.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of questions at the end of the first Hamlet, and thankfully Hamlet 2 answered all of them for me.
Yes.
Yes, I was always wondering, how did Jesus travel back in time?
Yeah. Was it a DeLorean or a TARDIS? I don't know.
Oh Lord.
Isn't Doctor Who off TV now or some bullshit? I don't follow Doctor
Their
Who.
license with Disney is up, but they're still owned by the BBC. So if they wanted to produce more on BBC, they could. But
Yeah, because it's on the BBC, so it literally does not have to be watched by anybody.
Right.
They're not beholden to making any money because they steal it from everybody. They force them to pay for the BBC. So
Yeah,
they
it's
can-
Oh, yeah,
supported
you
by
gotta
the
pay that.
taxpayers
yeah,
taxpayers and the TV
who are no
rights.
longer watching.
yeah, so that they can be indoctrinated by their government.
Man, I'm glad I don't live there.
Nobody's
Same.
watching the BBC in the UK anyway, so it's not really working.
Yeah,
Kind of like here in Canada, where nobody really watches the CBC, also publicly funded.
Mm.
It's like less than 6% of our population watches it. It's like,
Well,
okay.
I barely watch anything.
you expect
Well,
the
we were
penis on your
we were
money.
lucky. We all grew up with Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, so I'm sure at least some of us, and Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah,
I had a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
PBS
say,
as a kid.
don't disrespect Thomas the Tank Engine. I also
can't.
loved the Muppets.
Yeah,
I loved the Muppet Show.
Yep.
My favorite episode of the Muppet Show is when John Denver was on it.
oh yeah.
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
I don't remember that episode.
I mean, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
He and
Andrew,
Jeff
you
Lund-
can't pull that on somebody. He's dead. We know. He died in the 90s.
No, he and Jack
Yeah.
Lemmon, they died in a bullet-riddled bordello.
Like last weekend, right?
Yeah.
That would be a cooler story, but no, his plane ran out of
In a strange turn of events, the body of Jack Lemmon and John Denver have been found in a brothel in Detroit. News at 11.
That's something that I miss. I miss like regular television where like it would come on and be, I used to love that joke, where just like someone come on and, I think they did it in Kentucky Fried Movie where it's like the news guy just cuts in and he goes, "I'm not wearing pants, news at 11."
Yeah.
And then it would just like go away. I miss those little cut-ins where they would tell you what was going to be happening on the news. Now we have 24-hour news that's just a bunch of people talking bullshit constantly.
Yeah.
Don't you love the 24-hour cycle, man?
No.
YouTube's becoming like the 24-hour news cycle.
Pretty much in some cases. When I was growing up in Canada, we had this one guy on the local news network named John Daly, and he had the deep voice of Bulletproof from the Cops animated cartoon show. Like that's how
yeah.
it was. And sometimes he would do these audio promos where he would decide, I'm not going to read the script. I'm just going to shoot the breeze. So he's like, he's given up. And he's like, so tonight at 6 o'clock, it's news. So you know what's going on there. And then, 7 o'clock, we're going to have like a late movie or early movie, whatever. Like he just kind of riffed. And it was always fun. He was really charming. And the poor guy sadly passed away from colon cancer, or prostate cancer, sorry. But like he kept everything so down and down to earth, but he had like the deepest baritone, and I always would grow up and be like, did he do the voice of Bulletproof and Cops? And it's like, no, he just it's a verbatim, like it's his vocal clone.
All
Man,
right.
I wish I could have a cartoon voice actor do my local news. Like, give me the voice. Give me like, was it Rob Cumming? Who's the Rob Paulson?
Paulson?
The guy that's
Rob Paulson, yeah, he's still around. He'll do it.
Yeah.
I want him to do my local news.
But
Pinky.
as which character?
Pinky.
Yeah. Or he
No,
could-
Yeah, I want him to do his,
Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? So
I
I
want
had
him
the
to do
voice of
his-
Sonic the Hedgehog do the voice for my character for my trailer. That was cool.
I'm thinking
That is
Steel
pretty
Meat.
Wait, Steve Urkel is in your fucking trailer? That's
Not
awesome.
Steve Urkel.
The other guy.
Not that voice yet. No. not
I
that one.
only acknowledge
Ben
Steve
Schwartz.
Urkel. See, people go on about race swapping, but man, Sonic was. I can't even go that bit. I don't
Go.
care.
Oh God. All of a sudden you're gonna be like one of those people that says Piccolo and Knuckles are black, and it's like, one, Piccolo's never even
Piccolo
been
is
voiced.
green.
He's green, yes, and he's even never been voiced by a black guy.
Yeah, Chris Sabat's as white as they come.
Yeah, he's pastier than I am.
That's saying
He's got a
something.
larger beard.
I mean,
And
I always thought Sonic was Nigerian because he runs so fast.
Do you know the way?
That's Ugandan.
Okay,
Ugandan.
sorry, yeah. I apologize. I got my parts of Africa mixed up.
Well, I mean, he's like chili dogs. Isn't he like Mexican?
Nice Texan.
Chili dogs are Mexican?
Yeah, I know Mexicans that like chili dogs.
Because they probably
know.
like Sonic first.
I know all kinds of people that like chili dogs. It's not just like relegated to Mexican.
I agree with that.
It'd be a lot cooler if it was.
It would be, yeah.
Oh, no, like,
Maybe-
the only way
maybe.
you could get chili dogs is if you were going to like an authentic Mexican cookout.
That would be a great thing to say. You're at an authentic Mexican like barbecue. It's like, hey, where's the chili dogs, hombre? And they're like, what? ¿Qué pasa?
Hey, you guys,
out.
you guys make chili dogs, right? You guys invented that.
You all right over there, Andrew?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm pretty all right. I'm
Did
pretty
you just
not
find
bad.
out Bob Hope died? What about George Burns?
I want
Man,
to tell you
don't-
guys, my mother called me to tell me that Bob Hope died, but didn't call me to tell me that my own grandmother died.
Oh my god,
What?
that's horrible.
No.
Oh no!
Are you
fact-
for real?
In fact, she only notified my brother and sister by text with just a 2-word text, Grandma's dead.
That reminds me of that episode of Roseanne where like Jackie's trying to convey that her father's dead over the phone. Also a bit written by Norm Macdonald, and she's just like, Dad's dead. I don't get it. He's gone. He sends his love. I don't get it. Whatever. Just end it. It's just get it over with. That's pretty tragic, man. Text that grandma's dead.
Oh yeah, and then my brother was like, "This is how you tell us," and he got a text back saying she lived a good life.
Now, was it her mother or your
Her
dad's
mother, yes, no, her mother.
That's colder. God
Damn. Yeah, because if it was like the mother-in-law, right, then it's like, oh, well, there's probably an angle there that makes sense. But, and she was like, oh, man, I've been waiting like 50 years for that bitch to die. But, your own mother? Man.
This is this is why my brother and sister and I all don't talk to this woman, and we all just like avoid her like the plague. It's
That's rough, man.
It's a long and storied history of every now and then if you listen to the Thinking Critical podcast, Wes and I will get into talking about our mothers, and there's some stories there.
I'm
I won't
glad
bring
I
mine
can't
up.
relate. I love mine.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
glad
My
I
mom's
can relate.
awesome.
No, I
I'm
can relate. My
happy-
mom was horrible. She used to rearrange the furniture in the entire house before the middle of the night so that if I or my dad were getting home from work after dark, we would be hitting things trying to navigate through the house.
Why?
I don't know.
Was she
Wow.
just mad that you guys were gone?
No. She often asks us to get out of the house all the time.
Oh shit!
I mean, I will admit I do find that kind of funny on a weird level, like just the effort.
That. I feel like there's a good comedy, like
I
short
have
story
woken
bit
up
in there
in a-
somewhere.
I have literally woken up as a child in a different bedroom that was still had all of my possessions in it. Like she's done it in the middle of the night.
I think that just says that you're a deep sleeper, Script.
Yeah.
I am definitely a deep sleeper.
Are you sure you weren't in a coma?
Right?
No, that
Was she
was in
giving
my
you-
teenager years when I would sleep 3 days. Like I'd fall asleep Friday and then wake up Monday morning, and my dad would just be laughing at me.
That's a coma. That is a mini
Yeah.
coma.
Yeah.
Or a micro coma.
I'd also like have been grown another 2 inches in height in that 3-day period. Because...
Yeah.
What even are you?
Yeah, but to say, are you human at this point?
What?
I sleep for 3 days. I grow 2 inches over the weekend.
What?
Are you a
crap?
Kryptonian?
I have no idea, but yeah, my high school years were weird. I'll put it that way.
Are you sure that your room wasn't like a Vita Ray chamber and they hadn't given you like
Yeah.
a super soldier serum? Like you're just like coming out after 2 days, like, oh man.
Captain Canada.
I don't know who owns the rights to that character.
I feel like Script actually didn't go to a normal high school. He went to Xavier School for Gifted Canadians or something like that.
School for Gifted Canadians.
What's funny is that I know where that school is. That's the Casa Loma in Toronto.
Of course, he has a response.
I was there in 1998 as a kid extra for that movie, but I'm not I'm not in the film.
Yeah, all the great Canadians came out of that school. Brian Adams, Jericho, and
Michael Bolton.
Other kids.
Oh, Michael Bolton, that guy sucks.
Yeah, he does.
I hope he gets healthy quick, though.
Yeah, oh, Michael Bublé, he's the one that's better.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Michael Bublé was standing behind me at the Cars ride at Disneyland one year.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Did he say anything?
No, I mean, I just, I was like, I do what I always do, which is I always like to just say hi to celebrities, but use their whole name. So it's like, what's going on there, Michael Bublé?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's like, hey, man. So like that happened to me. And then like James Spader was once standing behind me with his wife and his kid on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Wow.
I had a conversation with.
Was he cool?
He was cool. He was super cool.
It would have
He
been
looked
cool to be standing near Michael Bublé. I would have been like, I would have said hello, and then said, hey man, like a lot of your tunes are some of my go-tos for karaoke, so thanks for that.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, hey man, I can't sing for shit, but I like your rendition of Spider-Man.
Hey, that's a great response.
I would tell
It's a great cover of Spider-Man.
I would tell him I've been at a lot of Christmas parties where people put you on, and I didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't find his music offensive at all. It's just like, hey, better than Mariah Carey, you know.
Oh god,
No,
she's thawing right now, Jeff. Why do you bring that up?
You know what? I wish I was better. Wait, no, I got a membership to that stupid Sora thing for free. I want to do Han Solo thawing from Carbonite, but it's Mariah Carey thawing out, and as she reaches that final melting point, it starts to play the song. That'd be a fun little AI thing to make.
What's creepy is that Mariah Carey has literally replaced Dick Clark because he was the one we thought was being frozen in between the New Year's Eve celebrations because he did not. He took a long time to die. Did you know, Andrew, Dick Clark is dead?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well,
wait, are you serious?
He was this guy who would do.
I literally stated earlier on in the show that I'm horrible with people's names.
But dude, Dick Clark was the guy who hosted New Year's Eve every year for most of our lives.
I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve?
Oh,
what the fuck?
It got really great the older and the
I was
more...
busy watching movies with my family. I didn't give
On
a
New
crap
Year's
about what was
Eve?
on TV. Yeah.
You don't see
Andrew,
anything
you're supposed to be at a party.
No, we would
and
watch
watching
my family's
ball
tradition
drop,
every
man.
single year was to watch Just Visiting with Jean Reno.
You're supposed to be at a party and counting down, and then at midnight you kiss your date.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Or you down your drink.
And Dick Clark is there, and it's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and the man's 147 years old, and and the Rockin' Eve is just him in a rocking chair because that's all he can do anymore.
He's just ahead from Futurama.
Oh, he's freaking Dumbledore is what he is. Got it. Okay. Noted.
Seriously, you should look up who he is because he was kind of relevant. Like
He was pretty relevant for like
years.
years.
He was a tastemaker of music for like decades.
Yeah,
Was
him
he
and
really?
American Bandstand.
Yeah.
I mean, all right.
And Andrew, it was before we were born, so it's not like I just watched something else. It's just like, oh yeah, Dick Clark. He used to have a chain of restaurants. I went to it once.
Chain of
Did he?
restaurants,
Okay.
a couple of
pretty
television like talent searching shows too, and yeah.
Wait, so do you know who Casey Kasem is?
He's not just the voice of Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, top 40, man.
Top 40. Ryan Seacrest replaced him.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
Ryan
I know-
Seacrest replaced Dick Clark.
Yes,
I know who Ryan Seacrest is only because my family during my high school years was watching. What was it?
American Idol.
It was American Idol, right? Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You could just put a microphone in a shirt. He's just a talking shirt. That's all Ryan Seacrest is.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem, Dick
He
Clark,
had good
these
hair.
These are people that actually had personality.
And good hair.
Yeah, and Casey Kasem, he used to always tell you a story, like some obscure story with whatever song he was about to play. So he'd be like, our next artist, her when she was 3 years old, her father sawed off both her legs.
This is Madonna with Like a Prayer.
You'd be like, oh my God. And then he'd be like, from her new album, Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. Here's a coming pop artist, and then he would tell you but you would get that with like every single person that came on the show. Or that
Who do you think researched those for him? Or do you think half of them he was just like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna make it up as I go?
I'm pretty sure you heard those stories at parties because he was everywhere.
Yeah. And he was married to the tall blonde that was the wife of Nick on Cheers. So if you remember Carla's ex-husband, and then the tall blonde would come in, Jean Dixon, I think her name was.
Oh yeah. Yes. God,
That was Casey Kasem's wife.
Yep, that was Casey Kasem's wife. Yeah, Casey Kasem not only did voice for Shaggy, he also voiced Robin in one of the Batman cartoon shows back in the 70s, I think.
Oh yeah, yep. When he shows up on Super Friends, that's Casey Kasem doing Robin's voice.
He's in Ghostbusters as well. Wait, no, that's not him. That's
Lorenzo Music.
No,
Arsenio Hall?
King. Larry King is in Ghostbusters. Because somebody in the chat said Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he's on the radio there. Yep.
By the way, speaking of movies, our friend Xavier DeGod sent in a message. We didn't mean to keep you waiting. He says, Curry is my Pennywise/It. I like his design more.
Okay.
I do too.
I mean, I guess that's fair. That's personal preference. To me, having not seen the original, I can't speak to that, but just having seen his design, I don't know. His design isn't nearly as creepy to me. It just kind of looks a lot closer to just a regular clown. And maybe that's what makes it more creepy to some people. That's fair.
Just his excuse me, sir, do you have Prince Albert in a can gag? It just makes me laugh every time. I can't not laugh. I had it on the other night. It's just such a good one. Sly, we all like Tim Curry here on the channel. Guys, what would you say your favorite Tim Curry role is? Mine would be the butler from Clue.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I have an obscure one. Poet Man from Lex.
Oh, we talked about that show last week, didn't we?
Yeah. He's just he chews it up there. It's funny because he refused to wear the makeup for the species he's playing, so he's just Tim Curry.
That's perfect, though.
But I mean, there's a couple of famous ones. Obviously, Rocky Horror is up there because it's crazy. But he was also oh god, I can't remember what his name was, but he was in The Shadow, and he was really funny in that.
Oh yeah, he was good in that. That's an underrated 90s superhero.
Yeah, I mean, heck, you probably heard some amazing stories from Greg Weisman because he was voicing G. Gordon Godfrey on the Young Justice series.
Yeah, you know what? I have not asked him about that, but I will next time we have lunch.
Yeah, he was fantastic for that. I mean, I know why he got replaced because he had the horrible stroke, but I think he's doing pretty well now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's on the mend. Or at least he's I mean, I think he's in a wheelchair, but most of the time, but I think that he's improved quite a bit.
Yeah.
I couldn't speak to a lot of the roles that I've seen him in, but he was the bad guy in Legend, right? With Tom Cruise, wasn't he? Darkness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I guess that would just be my answer because that's the only thing that comes to mind that I can actually recall.
Muppet Treasure Island, not Home Alone 2, not Tales from the Crypt when he played the mother, the father, and the daughter of that weird incestuous hillbilly family.
I don't remember that. Now that you mention it,
that's the best episode. Death of some Salesman.
I do remember Home Alone 2. Though I've only seen Home Alone 2, honestly, a couple of times. I've watched the first one probably 3 times. But the second one I've only seen a handful.
What about Congo? And he's not supposed to be eating that sesame seed cake,
Oh yeah, Congo is great.
Point.
I'm gonna go with a real dark horse here. The William Shatner's henchman in Loaded Weapon.
Oh yeah.
I just get Mr. says we are not meeting a quota.
What?
he appears. He shows up at the beginning to kill Whoopi Goldberg. So
Yeah,
like,
as that girl
automatically, I'm viewing him as the protagonist of the film. So he gets to her door and he's dressed as a wilderness girl, like a Girl Scout. He's like, "Wilderness girls," because he's supposed to be like a foreign hitman. And then she comes in. She's like, "Isn't it a little late to be out selling cookies?" And he goes, "Troop nest, this is for you're not meeting a quota." But he's got a bunch of good lines in it. Like one of my favorite is when he says to Emilio Estevez, who's the Riggs character in this spoof. He's off camera, but you hear him go, "I have been waiting for you, Colt." And the camera pans over, and he's like in an easy chair with like pizza boxes and some Chinese cartons around. So like he's literally been sitting there on this catwalk waiting.
Yep. Oh, he was also the villain in Superhuman Samurai Squad, right?
Yeah, he was the voice of whatever that thing's called.
Yeah, the virus maker.
Well, he also
watch that show.
He also voiced was it the king in was it The Cat Returns for Miyazaki Studio Ghibli?
Might have. I know the chat was talking about the wild thornberries.
I gotta look because I am bad with celebrity names. However,
and deaths.
If they've fuck you.
Keep going.
But for some reason, if somebody has voiced a significant character in like whether it's a Studio Ghibli movie or just like a game or something that I grew up with or just love in general, I'm more likely to remember it. And I'm pretty sure he voiced at least one of the characters in The Cat Returns. I feel like I can distinctly recall seeing his name in the credits.
I didn't see the movie The Cat Returns.
I don't know why
it's pretty solid.
He was initially supposed to be the Joker on the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
And in all the articles and everything they had released, they had listed him as the Joker. And then invariably, suddenly it was Mark Hamill. I've never really asked or looked into why he didn't.
I can tell you why.
I can tell you why too. Yeah.
How come?
Because they released the audio and it's shit.
Yeah. His performance is just not. It's like someone was holding back Tim Curry, or maybe he was just out of sync. I don't know. Like Andre Romano usually gets the best out of everybody, but yeah, I've heard the original stuff and it just does not sound right at all. And it wasn't until they did Heart of Ice that Mark Hamill said, "Hey, is there any other voices I could do?" And then could you try, maybe just do a couple lines from this character here? And Mark realized, oh, this is the Joker. And then he did basically his trickster thing.
Yep.
And
he did the one voice he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the voice I would listen to in my head when I made the book, because in this book he's the Joker essentially. So every time I wrote the lines of dialogue, I was like, would the Joker say that?
Well, it's funny that's how his audition experience was for the character, because it was very similar for oh gosh, why am I blanking all of a sudden? He voices literally everything these days in video games.
Chris Pratt. No, that's movies.
No, that's movies. Troy Baker. When he auditioned for Joker in Batman Arkham Origins, and he did a great job. He's actually, don't shoot me, he's my favorite Joker.
I will not shoot you, Andrew, because
Mark Hamill's the most iconic one. However, Troy Baker adds, like, he clearly is like, all right, Mark Hamill's going to be my influence, but I can't do Mark Hamill because Mark Hamill's Mark Hamill, right? And so he's like, all right, what can I do that still makes it sound like Joker, but I add something that's kind of my own to it. And he like dials up the darkness a little bit on it and the creepiness a little bit on it, and less whimsy, but while keeping some of that whimsy there. And it really worked for me. I loved it. You did a great job.
I'll tell you why you're right. Because
I would love to hear why I'm right. I'd like more of this. This doesn't happen very often on this show. Usually everyone's mad at me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you that Troy Baker is a better. I'm going to go further and not say he's not just my favorite. I think he's a better Joker. And
oh wow, you're a braver man than I.
Clearly, he's riffing off of Mark Hamill, but he's more talented than Mark Hamill, and he makes better choices with the material. I heard him do a reading. I heard him do a reading of The Killing Joke at a convention years before they did the animated version.
Yep.
And his rendition is so much better than Mark's.
Well, yeah,
he
because
knows-
then we got the stupid animated adaptation, which was awful, and it felt like Mark Hamill was just cold reading the whole thing.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like he was really like getting into the like Troy did this whole thing where he went through the whole speech and then he just gets to the part where he goes, "Madness is the emergency exit." And then he starts like, but like just everything he did. And then when I heard Hamill do those same lines, I was like, oh, Troy's so much better. And from that moment on, Troy was my favorite Joker.
All right. I just gained more respect for you. Not because you said that I was right, but mostly because you said that I was right.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Arkham Origins, it's like the redheaded stepchild of the Arkham series. And I don't know why, because I think Arkham Origins is legitimately great.
It's the redheaded
doesn't have the
stepchild.
voice actors.
That's part of it. That's
why I didn't
definitely
buy
a
it.
huge part of it. That's definitely a huge part of it. The other part being visually, it felt like graphically, I should say, is like a bit of a step back from City, and it came out after City. And that's because it was a different developer that was handling it.
Yeah.
They didn't have the same assets and all of that. And so it's like you kind of had to like, all right, cards as dealt, right? Story-wise, it's really good. The freaking battle against Deathstroke is way cooler than the one in Arkham Knight. And I'm someone who loves Arkham Knight, but the boss battle against Deathstroke in Arkham Knight is stupid because it's in the Batmobile. And I say that as loving the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, but I don't want the boss battle to be focused on that. I want to freaking go fisticuffs with Deathstroke. That's cool. And they did that in Arkham Origins.
Yeah, and I think you needed to have the physical confrontation in Arkham Knight because that would have put the extra cherry on top of that rivalry.
I tried playing Arkham Knight again recently. It's just not as great as I remember. AKA
Well,
not
Paul
that good.
Dini should have been the writer on that, but they decided to go their own way, and that's how we got the story that we got.
Yeah.
Story wise, it was super telegraphed. Like the second I was still working, I was an assistant manager, I think, at Game Crazy at the time. And I remember the first time we saw the trailer, and I turned to my buddy, who was also a comic book guy, and I was like, I bet you folding money right now, $25, that's really Red Hood, or that's Jason Todd. He's like, you think so? And I was like, watch the trailer again. Watch their interactions. Watch the way that they're fighting each other almost like identically. They're using the same styles. He learned that from Bruce. That's got to be Todd.
Yeah, and then just like the Rocksteady going like, what? No, that's not. No, we guarantee you it's not Jason Todd.
Don't
and
try and bullshit a bullshitter. Like,
yeah, and everybody immediately did the Ron Burgundy that I don't believe you and lights up the cigarette.
yeah,
you know,
exactly. Yeah, it was like, man, come on. Who do you think you're trying to fool? I've been reading comic books since I was like 8 years old. You're dumb. But I try to enjoy it for what it is. It was one of the last games I platinumed on my PS4 because I did genuinely enjoy it. I liked the big open world. I liked the Batmobile. I just wish that certain things weren't locked into the Batmobile.
I wish that I
'Cause
didn't have to
I liked
fight.
the design of it.
I wish I didn't have to fight 50 tanks.
Yeah.
Like, towards the end, I was like, I can't, like, towards the
It's exhausting.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so done with this.
Yeah. Xavier
You know,
God's got a pretty good FMK.
By the way, the only reason I stuck through that game as long as I did is because after you beat so many Batmobile missions, you could replace it with the Michael Keaton Batmobile. So I was just running around Gotham City with the Michael Keaton costume in Kevin Conroy's voice. I was a happy Bat fan.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good combo.
First off, our friend Wanderer says, just saw Legend for the first time Sunday night.
Cool.
Wanderer, you're ahead of me because I still haven't seen Ridley Scott's
Influence on The Legend of Zelda, I believe.
what really bothers me
Is
in
it
Legend
just the
is
word
when
legend?
no, what really bothers me in Legend is when one of the goblins inexplicably says adios, and I'm just like, what?
It does kind of take you out of it a bit. We're like, did he said that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's like if he would have said "Hasta la vista, baby," you know, like I would have
Right.
been the same. Like, what? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I need to watch that Wanderer. I will add that to my list because I feel kind of silly not having seen it.
There's a couple
Xavier-
of different versions. You can watch the
Young
theatrical
Tom
version,
Cruise.
or you can watch the director's cut.
Ridley Scott needs to calm his tits with all these different cuts. I got the Blade Runner box sitting there, and I just like, do I need 5 cuts of Blade Runner? No. Do I?
How
No.
long is the director's cut for that?
It might be shorter than other versions because there's like an international version, and the final cut is the longest one, I think.
Yep.
Final cut. We made one scene cut here, and
For as much as I like sci-fi and cyberpunk and noir, Blade Runner's just not my favorite anything. Like, it's a good movie. I own the comic book adaptation, and I love Harrison Ford, as you can tell, but I don't know. That's just like, everyone's got one movie that everyone seems to like, and you're just either ambivalent towards or dislike it. My ambivalence is towards Blade Runner. It's fine. Like I said, I own it.
It's a beautiful film, but it has a big glaring issue, which is that the replicants are going to die in a couple of days. So why are you spending your time urgently trying to chase them down and kill them?
Yeah.
In script, I mean, everyone here's a writer. The one trope that I do not like, that I cannot stand, is when it's a robotic being or an artificial being trying to learn what it means to be human. I don't dislike the trope, but it's done so much that I don't like it anymore. I mean, you can't.
Well, it's been so many times.
Like,
it's been done to death.
Yeah. I mean, the best rendition of it is really Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation, because he's always reset at each episode, but there's always sometimes they'll always bring a little bit back from a previous one to show his growth. And you hit the same tropes of the lack of understanding or comprehension, and then the emulation, and then the failure of that emulation, and then the eventual learning, and then the singularity moment where they finally understand what it means to be human. It's the thing is that too many people do it, and they don't do it well enough that it can be appreciated, even if it hits a formulaic approach. Like, it's just they're sloppy with it, or there's no extra imagination put forward into that as well, or they miss some of the vital beats that create that arc where we're like, oh yeah, we're really happy that this robot has learned to be a bit more human. It's like Iron Giant did it really well.
Iron Giant is a fantastic movie.
Iron Giant is
like
what they
that
should have
movie.
stopped. They should have said, like, okay, it's been done. No one's going to do it better than this. Let's call it.
Yeah. And that thing looked nothing like a human being outside of being a biped, right? Like,
Yeah.
that was the closest it was going to get.
I mean, it
was
kind of looked like
gigantic.
Ron Perlman, but
Yeah.
No, it didn't look
Only it
like an
sounded
asshole.
like him.
You know what movie did it the worst was AI.
It didn't look like an asshole with
AI
a
was
6-inch jaw.
AI was
The-
awful.
The Spielberg movie?
Well,
Yeah.
that's Spielberg trying to do Stanley Kubrick in honor, because Stanley Kubrick planned to do that movie himself and couldn't because he died.
But the thing is that Spielberg has to, because he's a schmaltzy old grandpa now, which is how we got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Knowledge was their treasure, and I'm like, F you. But like, because he's a schmaltzy old grandpa, you got that bit at the end with the aliens, and he gets to relive his time with his mother for one day, and it's like, no, the movie should have ended when he was at the bottom of the ocean, because that's, in effect, you have become human, because this is how the quest would end for anybody who's actually alive. There is no happy ending. There is no miracle thing. You pursued a chimera. It doesn't exist. What you're after is not out there. And having to come to grips with that is there. You have become human. You now know what it's like to be a human being. This thing called life, again, going back to Norm Macdonald, he says, whenever he hears somebody say, like, no, I just don't understand why anyone would commit suicide. And he's like, you don't? Do you not know about life? How it just keeps going and gets worse and worse until it just a series of disappointments until it ultimately ends in tragedy.
Man, Norm Macdonald was something else.
Yes.
It was a rare
You know
breed.
He passed away, right?
He's gone. We know we lost him, right, Andrew?
Yeah, actually, I didn't know that one. Thank you.
Andrew is now actively wishing for all of our deaths.
Hey, I didn't
No.
say anything this time, Andrew.
No, and I actively would not wish for Jeff's death, because I just backed a large perk on his campaign. I need to get my book.
Yeah, that's the only way you won't
As
get
long
it is
as-
if I die. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I can trust Jeff. I know as long as he's alive, I am going to actually get my book, and within a reasonable amount of time. So there's
I'm
that.
excited.
I can
to
look forward to that.
see, like, for the first time in a long time, I'm really excited to bring out a book. Like, I don't want to.
For the first time in forever.
Whatever that song references, we'll go with it. Sure, I'm happy today. I don't know. Is that Beauty and the Beast?
No, it's Frozen.
No.
It's even worse.
Dude, I am so checked out of like, I don't want to say they're like lame chick movies. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not that kind of guy. But like anything that's like mildly female centric or like a musical, it doesn't even register on my radar. Like I know Wicked's out because I've seen the commercials. And okay, real quick, Aaron, you and I collect toys. SH Figure Arts, they make high-end collectibles. Why the hell are they making Wicked action figures? That shit's gonna flop hard.
That's weird.
Like, it does not appeal to for the most part, any casual, anybody who's not any woman who's not already a hardcore figure collector is not going to buy those. They're going to buy they're going to buy a doll or something like that if they want something like that.
They'll buy whatever, like a Barbie version of that or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's weird that they're doing that, and I am
that's odd.
I am so put off by that movie just because of the marketing and those two idiots on the red carpet, like constantly holding hands and crying about everything. Like I was just like, oh my god, shut up.
That
I'm more concerned, and I haven't seen it yet, and I'm actually a big Ariana Grande fan. She's kind of guilty pleasure of mine, but seeing how all of a sudden, like she was already she was pretty slim, right? She was a twig already, and then like as soon as footage for that movie and then like the marketing for it came out, all of a sudden she somehow looked like less than a twig, and it was like, what's happening? How did you manage to lose 25% of all 85 pounds of you? Like,
why can I count
what's
every
happening
single one of your ribs?
Right? Yeah. Like there's something, and I don't mean that in a like degrading manner. I mean that in like genuine concern. Like you don't look healthy.
No, Hollywood is eating you alive. Something that's going on with you is not good.
Your body had a naturally very slim, very slender build, and now you are somehow
emaciated
on that. Yeah, and it's like, what happened? What happened here? Like that's genuinely.
It could be, but this is
genuinely scary.
This is what Hollywood does. It's like I've had actress friends over the years, and just beautiful women who've gone into auditions and come out, and they've been told by the casting director, you need to get a nose job, a boob job, blah, blah, and lose 25 pounds. And it's like these are gorgeous women, don't need a nose job, don't need to don't need a boob job, don't need to lose any weight. But this is what the casting directors do to them, and they convince them of this, and it's very, very unhealthy and very sad to see. And I think it's funny. There was one point where Instagram decided that I was the world's biggest Ariana Grande fan because I watched a couple of clips of her doing voices, and I was like, man, she's really good at like mimicking people. Like, she's got such good control of her voice. What a great talent.
Really good Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh yeah. Jennifer Coolidge. She does a great Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Is that even a voice you can do?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, she's just so generic sounding. It's just like, oh, it's Jennifer Lawrence.
And she manages to do that voice.
Yeah, when you hear it, you go, oh yeah, there's Jennifer Lawrence right there.
Oh, shit.
But which I think to do a mundane voice like Jennifer Lawrence's is even like that's even more difficult. It's easy to do a voice that's like way over the top if you've got the range.
It's harder to dial in because you don't have as like clear of a target to really shoot for.
Yep.
Right, like Christopher Walken, anybody can impersonate that guy. You just speak slowly, or you sound like William Shatner. But I get it. I don't even. That's how far off I am with like knowing people like Ariana Grande. I don't know shit about her besides she's famous. I think she was a singer, and she's in Wicked.
And she's also a home wrecker. So there you've got that.
Whose home did she wreck into?
I'm not gonna get into it.
Boat?
I'm just being a-hole.
Oh, I'm saying maybe she is. I don't know.
I don't know. She what was it? Was it Davidson? Which the SNL drug addict guy?
Oh yeah, the meth head. I actually lost interest in a woman when she told me that she would have sex with Pete Davidson. She's like, I don't know, I'd do him, and I was like, all right, we're done here.
Yeah,
I feel like she just kind of gave you a free pass to be like, all right.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I think she was waiting for you to say you'd have sex with Amy Schumer to see how low the bar is for each of you. But
oh wow,
no, my bar is high.
that is a really low bar. I think even the devil himself could clear that one.
Well, the worst
I'm
part
just
about
glad she's not famous anymore.
Yeah, the worst part about sex with Amy Schumer would be having to talk to her.
No, looking at her would be because like
You can close your eyes.
Yeah, but you're not going to keep your eyes closed the entire time. There's going to be a portion where you're like, all right, I'm into this, and then you're curious to see what it. You're, oh God, no, and then.
So Jeff, would you describe her as a double bagger, where you put a bag over your own head in case hers falls off?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a double bag and how many beers, right?
There is a rumor here that Amy Schumer isn't actually Amy Schumer. It's actually just a character by Nick Swartzen. Because they look and sound just so much alike, and only when Nick Swartzen says Amy Schumer's material, he manages to make it funny, and Amy Schumer can't make it funny.
I don't think Nick Swartzen has ever been accused of stealing jokes though, like Amy Schumer has.
Yeah, that's true.
He's somehow more original. Now, Xavier God's been patiently waiting. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Deathstroke, Red Hood, and Deadshot. I'll go last. Who's ready?
I'd kill Deathstroke because he's
that's Tara.
Pretty. Yeah, him and Tara is like no.
Deathstroke. Yeah. Deathstroke on his own is actually a really cool character. You add in the Tara bit.
You're like, why did you go this way?
Deathstroke the Terminator. No, Deathstroke the. So let's toss him in the wood chipper.
How old was Tara and what state were they in?
It doesn't matter because it was still underage in every state.
Okay, just curious. I'm just curious. I don't remember exactly how old she was supposed to be.
I'm pretty sure it was like either the first or second year your age could officially be classified as teen.
God,
yeah.
that was gross.
Yeah,
that was man. I don't really know what they were thinking with that one. Or actually, no, I don't want to know what they were thinking.
Was it written by Gerard Jones? Because if that's the case, then we do know what was being done.
No, that was freaking
Marv Wolfman, right?
Yeah, that was Wolfman. I'm pretty sure that was Wolfman. So,
well, I mean, you know what? If Wolfman was trying to establish him as a villain, he did a really good job there. You know?
Yeah, like that nailed it.
Yeah, he definitely succeeded there. I guess F Deathshot, Mary Red Hood, because I hated Jason Todd as Robin. And I guess to be fair, I've hated a lot of at least the more recent stuff of him as Red Hood, but he's a far more interesting character as Red Hood than he ever was as Robin. I think he was a crap Robin.
Yeah,
just like
he was absolute crap Robin.
I will say Barbara Gordon is a far more interesting character as Oracle than she ever was or ever has been as Batgirl.
I like her as Batgirl, but I do definitely like her more as Oracle. Mm-hmm. I would agree with that at the end of the day.
So I will, just based on characters I like, I guess I'll fuck Deathstroke, kill Red Hood, or kill Deadshot and marry Red Hood, because I guess there's different versions of Red Hood and all that other fun shit. So,
depending on the continuity, we could be talking about the Joker starting out as the Red Hood.
Let's see, Deadshot. Let me just make sure I'm thinking who he is.
Floyd Lawton,
yeah, Floyd Lawton, but not.
Floyd Lawton.
Not
Will Smith.
If it's Will Smith, then he's on my kill list. He's the kill.
That was like
Floyd Lawton.
He was so not Deadshot, but he was actually one of the only good parts about that movie.
Well, because he just showed up and he was Will Smith, like he is now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he showed up and he was just kind of charming Will Smith, even though he was supposed to be the asshole. Like he was still charming Will Smith before the whole slap incident, and so it was like, all right, well, like he's at least fun on screen.
I've never been charmed by Will Smith, so I disliked him. I thought, I thought,
Wild West.
Oh God, don't give me. I could do a whole show on how much I hate that movie.
That movie's awful.
I did too.
I knew that movie was awful when it came out, and I was like, 11 or 12 years old, or whatever the hell I was.
John Peters trying to be like, hey, let's do what Will Smith did for Men in Black for Wild Wild West.
Oh no.
But he got his
Men in Black is a billion
spider.
times better.
He got his giant spider, so that was all that mattered.
Yeah, he wanted that for Superman, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
But Will Smith only did Suicide Squad because Jada Pinkett wanted to get him and her into DC because they thought it was going to be the next big thing. because they missed out their Marvel shot, and it did not work out for them. Well, I think it worked out better for Jada Pinkett because she was on Gotham for a few seasons.
Yeah, she was that great character Fish Mooney that everybody loved.
Yeah, remember her?
I just remembered her right now.
I still haven't seen Gotham, actually, so I
Good.
can speak on that.
No, you know what, Andrew? Let me counter script here for a second.
Oh?
I think that Gotham is worth watching if you want to see.
Up until when?
If you want to see because it sucks in the beginning hard. But like,
oh, really?
It gets to a point where it's so goddamn ridiculous, and it's just jamming together every single like version of Batman that you could imagine from every time period. Like you're like, what year is this supposed to be happening? Because all the cars are old, but people have cell phones. You know, it's like there's just like there's so much anachronism going on. And if you want to see,
they do No Man's Land before Batman even exists.
Yeah, if you want to see, if you want to see the commish, what's his name that played the Thing in those Jessica
Michael
Alba.
Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis. You want to see Michael Chiklis just wrapped in black vinyl and duct tape being the KG Beast and just laughing your ass off? I'm telling you, just drink a couple glasses of wine, just jump into like the middle of season 3 of Gotham and just be like, what the hell is happening?
Based on what you just said, I feel like it would take more than a couple of glasses of wine.
Like
just
you need
a bottle.
Just a bottle.
Just
be like warm and fuzzy. Maybe take an edible. I don't know. Just do it. Do all
that makes any movie better.
Yeah, just do all the things and then put on Gotham and just watch a glorious train wreck, but with a lot of people that are trying really hard.
Well, I don't know about Bruno Heller. He doesn't really try hard on anything.
No, but the guy that plays the Riddler, he's trying.
He's trying. The guy who plays Penguin is trying. Brian McKenzie. Yeah, Brian McKenzie. Is it Brian McKenzie?
Yeah, the guy that played Butch. The henchman who actually like became kind of popular. Shared a ride with him.
Literally, the only interest I've ever had in watching Gotham was the fact that Cameron Monaghan has a role in it. And he plays Cal Kestis in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order series.
Yeah, and he's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, he's literally the only reason.
It's like, what if all of the Gotham villains existed before Batman?
Yes.
Like, long before Batman.
And we're all defeated before Batman ever even rose to prominence because
I feel like that's like doing Smallville worse somehow.
Yeah, it is. But then you got to think about
without the charm of Smallville.
The future of this Batman who's going to be beating up a bunch of old men.
Yes. Like near geriatric age, yes, by the time.
Man, that's a choice.
Clone Geek Paul Rubens was in an episode of Gotham. He played the Penguin's father.
That's right.
Andrew Paul Rubens is dead.
Yeah, we lost Paul Rubens.
He did.
R.I.P. Pee-wee.
Gotham also has this peculiar romance between Jim Gordon and Leslie Tompkins for some reason. Only because Marina Baccarin decided to cheat on her husband with Ben McKenzie, and when she got pregnant, decided to finally divorce him and therefore marry Ben McKenzie.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
That's way more complicated than I had any interest in.
I like her less now.
She's still with Ben. So
still though,
yeah, that's actors for you in some
My
areas.
statement stands. I like her less.
Yep.
Cheryl says, "Hey Andrew, Bob Denver is dead." Number
Bob
69,
Denver?
please. Yes, Bob Denver. You don't know who Bob Denver is?
No, I know who John Denver is. This is my mom actually got tickets to his show.
Oh, okay, I'm not going to tell you who he is, but I'll tell you this: he is, at one point in time, he was more famous than John Denver.
Okay.
He's on a TV show.
What did he do?
Rerun. Oh, he hasn't done anything. He's just dead.
Yeah, he died.
He didn't do anything
What did he
controversial.
do for him to be at one point more famous than John Denver?
He's on a very famous TV show.
An amazingly famous TV show.
Now, if you sit right back, you'll hear a tale. A tale of a fateful trip. Okay, never mind. Here's your number 69 button that you requested right here.
This is like that scene in The Matrix. Now, you could take the fucking red pill, right? Spend the rest of your life jacking off crying into your chai tea, green latte, what the fuck. Or you could take the blue pill. Or was it the red pill? Anyway, take the other pill and quit being a cunt.
Which pill do you want me to take?
Just quit being a cunt, that's what I'm saying.
That's actually kind of funny. I have zero interest, actually probably less than zero interest in watching The Boys, but that was pretty funny, and probably mostly because he's a good actor.
Well, when The Boys was good, it was mostly him. Nowadays,
that explains everything.
And I get it. Like, I don't need a lecture on comic books and politics and all this other bullshit, but like, The Boys has gone so far off the rails that it's not even entertaining anymore at times. It's just shock factor for shock factor, and Eric Kripke's got to make a point. It's like, okay, that's
I already
fine,
watched the Snyderverse. I don't need like a dialed up version of that.
Oh yeah, because they're like
superheroes,
pagan dudes, and there's one guy's what is he, like a gimp? They go into Batman's basement and find a gimp.
Oh yeah. So he's got like a sex dungeon. There's Aquaman, of course, has a love affair with an octopus. They make fun of Captain America a lot. Actually, he's kind of brilliant to a degree. And also, because I happen to be exposed to a bunch of stuff for Vought Rising, which is about the beginnings of the super soldier serum that eventually turns a bunch of members of the world into superheroes that are then owned by a company. It's leaning very heavily on the satire. I just don't know how well it's going to play to the current audience. That's the problem. I don't know if it's going to translate well, because I got it when I was able to see, how it was shot and some of the assembly cuts, but I'm scratching my head going like, I don't know if people are going to pick up that it's satire. And then on top of that, I don't know if the final cut's going to properly convey that it's satire.
Do you think a lot of people are lacking in awareness to pick up on satire, or do you think there's a portion of people who are just fed up with, like, they don't like the message no matter how well the satire is executed?
A little bit of both. I
was about to say that sounds like a little bit of column A and column B.
Yeah, like we definitely do know that a vast majority of Western audiences don't register what satire is. They conflate it with sarcasm, sadly. And that goes back into the point where, like, when the majority of the population doesn't understand satire, it means we're living in a satirical society, and it's only something very extreme would have to occur to kind of shake them out of that and then recognize what it is. So yeah, that's going to be something. But yeah, I think it has more to do with the fact that there's other people have different priorities right now, and a streaming service and a streaming show is kind of just background noise for most people these days. There's a lot of other stuff going on.
Nobody's talking about it anymore. Like I don't hear anybody talking about it at all.
No, and I don't think it's going to really kind of. I even with the next two, there's 3 spinoffs to The Boys. There's Vought Rising, there's the V University, and then there's a third one. And I don't think it's either any of them are ever going to like trend properly on social media in the way that Amazon wants them to.
Yeah, I'm over it. I don't like spin-offs mostly. Like, I get it that it's like, well, it's based on this thing, but the world of X is never as interesting as the thing. Like, we learned this with John Wick this year. Oh, John Wick from the world, or Ballerina from the world of John Wick. It's going to be great. No, it wasn't.
I still want to see that, actually.
It's worth watching. I mean,
it's all right.
Yeah. Lower Nick.
I heard it wasn't great. I heard it was okay. From some people, heard it was not good from other people.
I liked it more than I.
It's one.
I liked John Wick 4. I can tell you that much.
Ooh, I won't take it that far, sir.
Interesting. Okay, I like John Wick 4.
I was bored out of my mind in John Wick 4.
Really?
I was so tired of seeing, like, I was tired of seeing a 50-something-year-old, a guy pushing 60, fall 30 feet onto a concrete slab, roll off, fall another feet onto a concrete slab, and then get up, like, roll down 200 stairs, and then, like, no. It
was 375 stairs, Aaron.
See, that's what happens when stuntmen who become directors forget that they're trying to still be directors.
That's right. You know what? You're right, Andrew. Rolling down 220 stairs, that'll hurt you bad. But once you roll down the 225th stair to the 375th stair, you're bouncing right back. It's like you've been reset.
That's exactly. Yeah. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. I was bummed in the way that it ended, but like I still enjoyed the movie, and I like the universe and some of the background stuff enough that I do want to still watch the ballerina. Because the trailers looked cool. Granted, that sometimes doesn't always say everything. But it's one of those things that I haven't heard anything remotely bad enough from people whom I trust for me to be like, yeah, I'm not going to waste 2 hours of my life.
You're not going to be particularly invested in her as a character, because there's not much character there. But you're getting to watch action and stylish set pieces and Anna de Armas. So like if you go into it with that expectation that like I'm going to watch a pretty girl, in cool locations, fighting a bunch of people.
So I could have a couple glasses of wine, pop some popcorn, and at least be like, all right, well, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Good enough for me. As far as watching from the comfort of my own home, good enough for me. Not going out and spending $40 on a movie ticket and popcorn.
Guys, this has been a lot of fun. I've got to get going, but Jeff, congratulations on the launch, man. Like, let's see you on Saturday for aficionados, and let's push this baby to the moon. I am invested in your success and in the success of this book. And
thank you.
I want to get to Frankenfisher, so let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm excited about Frankenfisher too. I have to go into a dark place to write it, but we'll talk about that later. Aaron, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you next time. I'll talk to you Saturday, and be safe out there, buddy.
All right, you too. Later, everybody. Later, chat.
Later, Aaron.
Bye, Aaron.
Now, guys, it's funny he said that because I was going to read these next two messages, check in with the campaign, and then we were going to go on home because it's an early day for everyone involved tomorrow. So, Xavier to God says, fuck, marry, kill, Hancock, Men in Black 2, Suicide Squad. Xavier to God, the joke is on you because we're killing them all. These movies are all terrible. But
you know what? No, I'll give Xavier to God. You paid two good. Oh wow, saying good American dollars is hard right now. This
just
economy.
Say $2.
Okay. You paid $2 from your own bank account. Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting this. You should also, if you have not done so already, back Stealing Solo 2. However, I will give you a legitimate answer here. I will kill Men in Black 2. I will F Hancock, and I will marry Suicide Squad 16. Hancock was actually a fun movie. At the third act got a little iffy, but it was up until then it was fun, and then it was just kind of like, all right, well let's just finish it. Suicide Squad 2016, literally no other reason than Margot Robbie. She was a great Harley. I love her as Harley. I genuinely love her as Harley. That movie is not good. In fact, not only not good, it's bad. It's a bad movie. But I will rewatch it for no other reason than Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And like I mentioned before, Will Smith played a fun Floyd Lawton. Even though he was not really written as Floyd Lawton. It was just Will Smith playing Will Smith in an action movie. And the third act was dumb. It was like the most cookie cutter. It was like, hey, let's find the most memeable cookie cutter generic ending to a comic book movie that we can possibly think of, and let's do that. And it's exactly what they did. Like, we had all of the jokes already at that point in 2016, of like, oh, like big light in the sky, and they were like, let's do a big light in the sky, and it was like,
let's have what's her name? Evangeline, no, whatever. I can't remember her
Cara
name.
Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne, thank you. Eyebrow model. Just dance in the middle of the blue beam. I remember that.
All right. Yeah. I will say one of the coolest looking transformations I've ever seen in any comic book movie was that scene in the the office where she transforms into the Enchantress with like the Enchantress's like magical spirit arm and fingers like interlink and wrap on hers, and she transforms. Like, that was actually genuinely cool. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. That looked really cool. The movie's still crap, but that looked cool.
The Iyer cut is only better edited, but it's still the same movie. I'm just gonna throw that out there because I was there on set.
I am not under any illusions that his cut like is better by any measure of significance.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to sit through it. That's all I can say. It's just, I want to be positive, and I want everyone to get what they want in life, but
I'd rather see the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever because apparently it's also pretty neat.
I mean,
I
I
want to see it
actually
too.
like Batman Forever, so
It's
Same.
ahead of
you
its
know,
game.
I'd be more or less just curious to see, oh, well, how was it different then? Because I actually like that movie. It's not like Batman and Robin, where it's like there are things that I look back on and genuinely still enjoy because they're deliberately goofy, and I kind of appreciate that. But that one's not good. But Batman Forever, I genuinely like that movie.
No,
I think
it's
most
really
people
good.
mistake it for and Robin.
They do.
Probably.
Because Batman
Probably.
Forever is about digital identity theft and the obsession of essentially a new media like social media or
Mhm.
3D, in this case, 3D television. That is all
Yeah.
used to collecting your data to use against you. It's like, oh, wow, that's so relevant today.
That's very
in
topical. In
2025.
2025, yeah,
30
year of
years
our Lord.
after the fact. And that's not a plot by Akiva Goldsman. That was actually a plot from the original writers. Akiva just changed some character names and reorganized some of the script, and then took credit for the success of Batman Forever, which got him Batman and Robin. And then you got to see how really creative he was.
Which
Yeah,
was,
he's so
spoiler alert,
talented.
not very.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman Forever is my second favorite of the old trilogy or quadrilogy. So I got a lot of nice things to say about that.
I would agree
film.
with that, actually. I would agree with that statement. 89 is obviously the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
Returns
put
is just
Forever
a
as-
dirty, fun movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of innuendo in Returns.
It is.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean-
with the penguin.
You know, Danny DeVito had some of the best lines about that. You know, him putting the button on, him meeting Catwoman for the first time.
Yeah, I was out at the store the other day and they had the new McFarlane Batman Returns figures, and I almost picked it up, but I'm just looking for Han Solo right now, so I didn't buy it.
I'm bummed because McFarlane he only did it for like a month. He was running they do this, it's kind of like a Kickstarter on his own website. And it's to like fund production of a limited run of a figure or toy. And they did one that was Suicide Squad 2016 Harley, and it looked like, it was actually shocking how much closer to Margot Robbie it looked than most figures that aren't Hot Toys look for that particular iteration. And I was like, well, shoot, I need to get this. I need to back this. And I forgot to. And the next time that I checked was the day after it had ended.
Oh,
And I was so bummed. I was like, because there were different tiers, obviously. And the highest tier was only like 60 something bucks. And it was the normal version of Harley. And it came with an extra head or two, a bunch of extra hands. It came with like extra weapons, like her bat and stuff. It came with her jacket. And then it also came with another differently colored version of that toy that was like more like the classic black and red. And it also came with Joker. Now, this is Jared Leto's Joker, but like 3 figures for 60 something bucks and all the extra bits and bobs. And I was like, well, shit, of course I would get this. And I just blanked on it until, unfortunately, it was too late. And I was kicking myself. I was bummed.
So, folks, the moral of Andrew's story is don't miss out on stealing Solo 2, because you'll kick yourself and you will be
Correct.
bummed out.
That's
As
right.
everyone here is enjoying their new, shiny, high-gloss books. And you'll be like, man,
That was the
waited
perfect
too
segue.
long.
Well done.
It is. And this one's not going to digital.
Nope.
So, yeah.
I'll do
Or
it.
print only. Physical books are cool. Digital copies are for everybody else. To answer your question, though, honestly, Xavier to God, if I had to watch these, I think I could sit through Suicide Squad before Men in Black 2. I absolutely hate Men in Black 2. So
Yeah, I only
I'll
like
kill
the
that
first one.
Yeah, the
I
first one's great.
literally only like the first one. The first movie is amazing.
I like the third one enough. I got the trilogy on DVD or on Blu-ray super cheap, but I own the first one on 4K, so that's how much I love it. Xavier to God also says, who's the bigger Boy Scout, Superman or Captain America?
I mean, personality-wise, they're very analogous to each other. Just like everything else about them is very different. So they're kind of equivalents to each other in terms of being Boy Scouts in their respective universes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really hard call to make, because you could honestly probably make an argument for either one of them, like a genuinely good one, and then have to be reminded by somebody who knows maybe the other character better that, oh wow, actually no, they're actually very similar.
I would probably argue that maybe Captain America is a bigger Boy Scout because there isn't a meme series of Captain America being a dick the same way there is of Superman being a dick.
Oh yeah. There used to be a website, Super Dickery or something like that.
Yeah,
Superman's
it
a
would
dick.
show a bunch of stuff from like Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal, where Superman is doing horrible things to Jimmy.
Those comics were written very oddly.
Yeah.
Well, they're all just fun gimmicks. I mean, the other part too is like Superman's a bit more of a practical joker than Captain America. But
he has
there's
more of a
still a lot of heart
personality.
behind both of them. That's the thing. Like there's, yeah.
I mean, Xavier God, I'll answer you this question. Who do I want to see more in a movie these days? It would be Superman, because Captain America is no longer Captain America, so
That's right.
he's just Sam Wilson.
We already had some fantastic Captain America films in fairly recent history. You know, First Avenger and Winter Soldier are pretty awesome
Yeah,
movies.
they
as
really
far as
are.
I'm considered.
Yep.
I even think the first Captain America is a serviceable to good movie. It just isn't as good as the other.
I love it. I adore First Avenger, but Winter Soldier is pretty solidly my favorite MCU film.
So, Andrew, when we launch, I don't know exactly what day I'm doing it, but when I launch Bracket Battle as its own show, I think the inaugural episode is going to be the MCU, just because there's so many.
There's a lot of them there.
Choices.
It's almost 40 films. Yeah.
Yeah, we need 32 per Bracket Battle. So,
All right, I'll be there.
I
if
might
get
call
an
you
invite.
guys. I might call you guys up to be on the show with me on that one, because
I'll do it.
the WCBS guys are just gonna be like, well, I don't like Marvel anymore, and I'm like, well, we kind of have a whole show to do about. these
I was
movies.
gonna say, like, I don't like the MCU movies, sans Thunderbolts, anymore either. But like, I still loved all the other ones, or at least a lot of the other ones pre-Endgame, right? So like, I'm happy to talk about that, and I've seen most of the ones since. Still, I still haven't seen the Marvels, and I don't plan to. I haven't seen Brave New World, and I don't plan to.
Yeah, lucky.
And what's the other one? I think Eternals. I think those are the
Did
only
you-
three that I haven't seen.
You saw Fantastic Four?
Oh, that's right. Fantastic Four came out. Nope,
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that
yeah.
one yet either. Even though I've actually heard that one's actually fine.
It is fine. It
yeah.
does lean on to a
haven't
lot of some of the comic book gimmickry of the Fantastic Four, with some of the ridiculous plans, is definitely incorporated into the movie without thinking ahead of why that's not plausible. So it has
Why
that,
that's not going to actually work in this series.
why that also has
movie.
that fun. It has that little bit of that old tropey, pulpy sci-fi, fantastical, whimsical element to it, which unfortunately I have to say never aligned with how the MCU was. So,
No.
but it's a good thing that it takes place in a different Earth that's not grounded into what we saw with Tony Stark and Steve Rogers and Thor in those days.
Yeah.
You know, you can. It's got some room there, but yeah, it's serviceable. It's not the worst Fantastic Four film, but it's not
No.
the best either.
No,
Would you
I
say
still
The
haven't.
Rise of the
I still
Silver
haven't
Surfer
watched that or Fan Four Stick.
Oh yeah, Fan
Right.
Four Stick's the
And
worst.
Four
one.
Stick is the worst. Yeah.
I turned it off. I forgot.
I still haven't watched it. I heard immediately just a visceral response from literally everybody that I knew. And it was a rare instance of like where I was like, maybe someday I'll be bored enough that I'll watch this and for whatever reason not have anything else that I could default to. But everybody I know at the time was like, this ain't it. This is bad. And
It's
so I was like,
trash.
you know what? I'm okay. I'm good. I already wasn't interested beyond what's her name being cast as Sue, even though she didn't really look like Sue, but I
Kate
like
Morrow?
the actress. Yeah, Kate Morrow. Like I like her, but I don't like her enough to watch a bad movie for her. Like I liked her in Shooter and in the first season of House of Cards, I think.
Yep.
But beyond that, I was like, I'm
Did
not
she
going to
get
watch
pushed
this movie
onto the
for you.
train platform? Was that her?
I can't remember.
I don't.
Because I
don't
watched
remember.
the first season.
That was a
of House of
long
Cards,
time
like-
ago.
yeah, a long time ago. So, all right, let's check it with the campaign now, folks. You're not going to get a bunch of alien singing. I'm sorry, we didn't get the thing, but we're only 2 away from getting to the 50% mark. So that'd be kind of cool if we could hit that. And I'll do one song. You guys can pick the stupid Star Wars song I'll sing, what it could be. So, real quick, folks, we've only been live for 2 hours and change, and we're already here. This isn't, our real goal. Our real goal is a lot more than that, but we're going to get there. But here we are, Stealing Solo, The Power of the Farce. Now, as you know, this is a story that follows up the first book. After a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement, well, Mark Hamill, spurned on by the jealousy that Harrison Ford receives for the fame he receives, kidnaps the kidnappers in an attempt to write his own story. And, well, hilarity ensues. It's one part Killing Joke, it's one part Last Jedi parody, and one part, 10 parts hilarity. But right now, you can see the book on Kickstarter, folks. It's only available for 29 more days. It will close out on December 11th. That will be on a Thursday night for the WCBS podcast. So you can join us for the closeout stream in a month. But you're going to be seeing me all over the internet, all over. I'll go anywhere to talk about this book. Grand Central Station. I'll stand outside and hand out flyers about Stealing Solo 2. But, folks, you can get all kinds of awesome stuff here. I'm going to be adding another tier. It's going to be both books, just the new ones. That way you can get those in a combo easier like that. But we have the book with cover A, the book with cover B. We also have a big poster. I'm trying something new to see if you guys are interested in that. But combos are where it's at. You can get the book, a shirt, and a poster. And that's one of our more popular tiers right now. We also have the collector's bundle, which is 2 shirts, 2 books, and 2 posters. And we also have the deluxe collector's bundle, which is 3 books, 3 shirts, and 3 posters, all new designs. Now, surprisingly, the Stealing Solo box is a hit so far. It's only got 10 available, and we're already 30% sold through, so that's cool. And there's also the Jeff Hicks box, which is literally everything I've done. But, folks, we have all kinds of fun games and stuff to do with this campaign. So, we're almost to the keychain perk, which is just a free keychain. It's a plastic one of the logo. But you're going to get bonus magnets and all kinds of stuff every tier we go up. So at 100 backers, you get the Nick magnet. Then you get me at 200, Lightsaber at 3, Kendo Ren at 4, Poster A at 5, Dion in the Space Whale, 6, 700, you get the cover B, 8 and 9 are surprises, and 10, you get the almighty Mark magnet. Now, folks, these will be just like the Phantom Menace magnets. They'll be fun, little kitschy cutout magnets featuring the characters from the books. You can put them on your refrigerators. I am on my own refrigerator. It's kind of weird, but whatever. But it doesn't end here. There is more to unlock. Once we start getting up into here, the 800-900s, I will then announce what these secret tiers are, but they're going to be big ones. And we have even more financial goals for this because I want to turn this into more of a business opportunity. And I want to take the guys somewhere for the channel. So we'll talk about that on Thursday night. Help us reach those goals. Because here's the thing. You're going to go on those journeys with us. This isn't going to be Jeff and Nick off somewhere. This is going to be the guys. I want to take them on a drinking trip across Europe as a thank you for 10 years of the show. Yeah, so we need to hit some big numbers, but I want to do stuff like that because, I mean, that's a decade. And even Kendo, who's just a fan that became a lifelong friend, 7 years, and I thought it'd be something cool. And I know you guys are all broad, you know? Hell, if we hit that goal number, if you're in the right country, I might deliver your book to you. You might be the lucky fan.
Oh,
so,
shoot.
Yeah. And I have all sorts of videos I'm producing about this campaign, this book, the project. I'm not just going to go back to talk about other stuff. I'm actually going to give you a look at the creator side of me, how I operate, what I work with. You know, this is the iPad I drew the comic on. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. And as you guys know, I'm a diehard fan of this medium. It's not just about liking Spider-Man. It's a fan of the art form itself. And so I made this one a little more cinematic than the first Stealing Solo. But then again, I'm always evolving and learning. Hell, Stealing Solo 1, for the hit that it is, came out in 2019. That's a long time ago. But I've been doing other stuff.
6 years ago.
Yeah, but you've got a sequel to it coming out faster than a sequel to The Rise of Skywalker, so you're good.
Yes! And my personal goal, which I'll definitely hit because I'm more than 2/3 of the way there, is to have my trilogy done before Spaceballs 2 comes out.
I was about to say that not only that, but honestly, I'm willing to bet that Frankenfisher and therefore the wrap up to your trilogy will be out before GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6. So
I will. Hey, I can tell you this for sure. My campaign will be up and ready before GTA 6. You know what I should do? I should make the next campaign, will I get this book out before GTA 6? Because, like, this book, Stealing Solo 2, you'll have had it for months before GTA 6 comes out. But I might be able to get Frankenfisher to crowdfunding before GTA 6. That's my new plan. So thank you.
Let's do it.
Is there any way we could set up like a live counter on YouTube, like on like the community post?
That would be fun.
How many days before Stealing Solo 3 hits the campaign, and then you have next week how many days before GTA 6 gets finally released?
I think we need to look
make
at
that widget.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I think that's fun as hell.
Taking out the notebook right now because that's a great idea.
Did you happen to like take any record any like time lapses when you were doing your panels and your pages?
Every page I have a video of.
Excellent, because that's fun stuff. I think you can like edit together and post as like shorts and reels across all social media, and then link your campaign in the post. Do that.
Yeah, I'm writing that down too.
I'm not the boss of you, but I'm telling you to do that. Because that's stuff that I enjoy seeing and that catches my eye as a buyer, as a fan of art, and as a reader.
Yeah, I want to move a lot of copies of this book. I want us to get into the 6 figures multiple times over so we can do all kinds of stuff. So if I got to draw on a stream or make videos of me drawing or all this other fun stuff, hey, go for it. I didn't realize people liked it. I'm just usually sitting here because I got this. Well, it's over there. I'm not going to grab it. But I have this drawing board I use. It's this giant thing I bought. It's like a Spider-Man wall painting, but it's like on a flat board. So I use that to draw on. And I just sit here and work on my pages. So I'll share some videos with you guys. What do you want to see? Covers or what?
Well, anything really, because all that stuff is really soothing. What's been weird is that the last week I've been getting all these YouTube recommendations for people that are restoring like steel die-cast Batmobiles from the 60s all the way up into the late 90s. And it's just a guy taking apart a broken Batmobile, cleaning it up, repainting it, fixing and repairing the parts and putting it back together. And it's like, wow, this is really relaxing.
That's cool.
I sent you a message to what had popped up in my feed literally as you were talking about that. I love those old restoration videos. I happen to be watching one on an X-Wing.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
Nice. That's awesome.
But, folks, I will take you on more of that journey. I'd like to thank everybody who made this a possibility, who made the first book a hit, and who's going to help make the second one a hit. I am beyond excited to do more of these. Frankenfisher, I have other ideas for other stories, all kinds of stuff. Believe me, I'm more than a one-note guy. But, yes, we need to ask Harrison Ford about Stealing Solo and telling us to fuck off. I would love to be able to make the first 2 movies a reality because Frankenfisher, we don't have the budget for that. I know you're thinking Harrison Ford, but like, if you actually read the shit he says, he takes on independent roles and stuff that he's interested in. Like, he doesn't only do $30 million movies or 20 or whatever his fee is. I can't imagine he gets like $60 million up front for anything that's not Indiana Jones. Yeah. So all I'll say is this, folks. Keep putting it out there. We're going to make it happen. I have literally not tried to make it a movie. I've just tried to make these books the best I can. But we'll do that. We'll take it. We'll put it out there, and we'll make it happen. But, guys, Stealing Solo 2 is here, and we're already halfway to our funding goal, pretty much. So, until next time, is there anything else you guys want to say before we go?
Nah, man, I'm happy here, and I'm happy that the campaign's off to a rockin' start. That we're already basically halfway there. And guys, thank you so much for all the support that you've had tonight in the chat, not just for super chats for the stream, but also backing Stealing Solo 2. Please tell your friends and family about it. Share it in whatever Discord channels you're a part of. And hopefully we'll be able to get Jeff on to a bunch of good streams to get in front of even more eyes so we can see this thing really, really soar.
Absolutely.
I will
go
go
out there and
anywhere to
support
promote it.
Stealing Solo 2. Yeah, do it as it's Veterans Day. Support your veterans by buying them a copy of Stealing Solo: Power of the Fart.
There you go. Man, that is expert marketing twist if I've ever heard one.
Hey, soldiers like to laugh too, and they also
I
have
respect it.
issues with Star Wars. So.
I respect it.
Dude, soldiers used to read comic books, and I don't mean just in the war. I was looking at an old Spider-Man, and it said, it was sad too. I don't want to end the show on a sad note, but it was talking like some soldier in Korea, right? That would have no early Vietnam or whatever it was.
He wrote a Vietnam, yeah, because 63 for Spider-Man, yeah.
He wrote a letter to Marvel to get put in the book, and they told him that it was going to be in like issue 50 or 8 or something. But the guy had died, and his fellows in the military had written a letter to Marvel, and then they printed that as well. It was really like bizarre thing, but soldiers and comic books and stuff have always gone hand in hand. So,
yep.
But yes, Jamie, tell 2 friends, and they'll tell 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on. But folks, thank you for watching. You'll be hearing a lot more about this campaign as we're crossing goals and breaking records. But until Thursday night, actually I'll be back tomorrow with a video. But until then, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
Say his name and he appears.